Hey, hey.
G'day, g'day.
Are you still there, Elijah? We're busy trying to get things ready.
Here we go with another live chat.
It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here.
Yeah, it's a lovely day here in Australia.
In sunny Queensland.
I've done a bit today already too. Been outside and done a bit of fencing, a little bit of yard work.
Bit of filming.
Come in, had a quick shower, and now I'm going to sit down and have a drink and have a chat with whoever wants to pop in. Yeah, we did a little bit of filming today. I picked up a bearded dragon off the road out the front here.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
How are you this evening?
So I picked up that bearded dragon and Collette filmed me talking about it and giving it a pat, and then we let it go and it went straight up a tree. So that'll be a video out in the next day or two.
Yeah, I've just finished editing it, so it's nearly up and ready to go. And then worked on some new merchandise. The kids designed a shirt for me, so that was pretty cool.
Well, I've got one of the Simple Joy shirts, and Colette's ordered one. It's on its way.
Yep.
And the boys said they wanted one, so we said they could design their own design, and we'll get them to put the design in, make it up, and then we'll buy them one.
Oh, that's no good. She's still in hospital.
Oh, are you, Cheryl?
Yeah, that's no good. Hey, Elijah.
Hey, hey. Glad you could join us, you rooster. Colette's got a coffee, and I'm just about to open a beer.
So it's still Saturday night for you guys there.
Cheers, Elijah. Get well soon, Cheryl.
You still in your lines?
Yeah, still in my lines. After the last live stream, we had a look and I'd sort of drifted off screen a number of times. So Collette put little bits of tape on the table today that I'm not allowed to go past.
Yeah.
I've got to stay in the lines.
Stay in the lines. Yeah. Elijah says, cheers.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, big ears. Yeah, it's hot enough for a drink this afternoon.
Have you got plans for your weekend? Our weekend's nearly over, isn't it?
Yeah, just winding down now.
Yeah.
We've got probably another 4 hours of daylight left, and then it'll be over. But the kids are on school holidays now too.
Yeah.
So how long they got for holidays? 2 weeks?
2 weeks. 2 weeks holidays.
Yeah, well, our holidays are nothing like the American school holidays. I don't know if we talked about that.
We did.
The other day, yeah. Just completely different when they start and finish, and holidays and all that jazz.
Yeah, they start mid-year, I think, and ours start from January until December.
Do you want me to open that window?
No, it's quite nice, actually.
You liking it? I'm a bit warm. It's because I'm next to you and you're so hot. Any idea when you might get out of hospital, Cheryl? It's been, touch wood, it's been ages since I've had to stay in hospital for anything.
Can I ask you a question? You certainly
go
can.
Ahead. Go right ahead, Elijah. No guarantee you'll get an answer, but you can always ask. Now, that's what I love about these live streams. It gives people a chance to ask us anything too and get to know us a bit better rather than just putting videos up all the time.
Yeah. And get to know us on a personal level and
have more of a personal chat. We've been getting a few more people pop in for the live streams too and say good day. That's been awesome.
Why does your name come up orange? I'm not sure.
Because we're special.
No, what is his name at times?
I don't know. Well, our name comes up orange for us. So it's probably each person's name comes up a colour for themselves so they can just recognise their own name in the chat.
Yeah, I think so. I think that might be it. Hi, Jason.
Welcome in, Jason. Pull up a chair and have a chat, mate.
I can't recall. I'd have to take more notice.
Hey, no way, Jerk. Where was the porch? Yeah, they went up tonight, eh?
There was a porch. There was another blow up.
Was there? No, not that I know of. I didn't hear anything, but I didn't hear whether they were coming on or not. So we waited for ages, and it doesn't look like they're coming on at all. So
hi, Michelle.
Here we are.
Yeah, so we decided to come on. We gave Pam and Rick time to see if they were going to come on.
Hey, Michelle. Welcome in.
It's Sunday afternoon for us, so it'll be most likely Saturday night for most of you.
Yeah, I think it's Saturday night for most people.
Hey, Southern.
Welcome in, Southern. You Southern mother.
I've shortened your name so I don't stumble on it.
Yeah, it could be a couple of things with Pam and Rick not being on today. If they've had to do a lot of water changes and that too, that takes up a fair bit of time. If they're trying to sort out things with the fish, or hopefully not, but if they happen to have lost more too, that'd shake Ricky up a bit. So it could be a couple of things, or it could be a bit of a follow-on from the drama yesterday. They might just need a break for a day.
Yeah.
But I'd be very surprised if they're not back tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And normally they do have that. I've noticed that they have been taking little days off here and there, but that's all right.
But they got a lot on.
Family first too. Yeah, family.
It'd be pretty taxing doing a live stream like they do every single day too.
I reckon. I'm exhausted after our live streams. It's like, because you have to keep
not easy looking this good, is it?
No, it's not. Yeah. So you got to try and because you have to try and entertain, and I know that sometimes we're still learning and there's some dead spots in ours. So to be on the ball all the time.
Yeah, Pam's pretty switched on.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty laid back. We take it pretty easy.
Yeah.
But Pam's go most of the time that they're on live stream. So yeah, she must sleep well after the live stream.
Yeah. Yeah, I've loved Pam from the moment I first stumbled across their live streams.
Yeah, instant. Hey, straight away they made us feel welcome.
Yeah.
And we've been there ever since.
Yeah.
And there's not many live streams do that. I just, because we hadn't really seen many live streams, had we, before Shoot the Shit?
They introduced us to live streams.
So I just sort of presumed that was the norm when we met them, and I quickly found out that they're just about one of a kind.
Yeah, we saw Ricky's legs
we've seen Ricky's legs a few times over the last 6 to 8 months.
And that's what it's all about for him too. Like, that would be taxing on his body to be in pain for so long for that amount of time. So I'm happy to actually sit there and have a laugh. Fuck this drama stuff. Have a laugh. Life's too short.
See, Collette and I have known Ricky's legs have been like that for a long time. So we can tell now when he's in pain and looking up at the roof a bit or not talking as much. It's usually his legs are playing up a bit. Yeah.
I know drama gets views and that sort of thing, but I'm not into it. I don't want to be involved in any drama. We've had our fair share in our own real life.
Yeah, had enough in real life.
Yeah. Have a laugh. Enjoy the time you have.
That's the whole reason we started videos, was to just save the good memories.
Yeah.
All of our videos we put up are real simple, basic, happy stuff. And it's just for us to keep good memories.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
But yeah, I haven't come across anyone else like Pam and Ricky so far that actually you really get attached and feel like family.
Yeah. Well, see, I had seen like the bigger YouTube's live streams, and in them you can't talk unless you're a sponsor. Unless you pay something, you aren't allowed to communicate with the bigger YouTubers. And I actually like this, that you can actually sit down and have a conversation with people from all over the world.
Yeah. Yeah, they do get a lot of crap from the goose, no way joke, but a lot of them people are just trying to get views themselves and trying to ride off their back.
Yeah.
Come in and make a bit of drama and try and upset them. And then if their name gets splashed around, then they might get people actually come and check their channel out.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, see, Grant and I have spoken about it too, and like we don't care if anybody talks about us. Like seriously,
You're going to say we don't care if anyone comes to talk to us.
No, I don't care if anybody talks about us. It doesn't bother me. They can say shit all they like. I'm not going to jump up and down, because in our hearts we know what's the right and correct thing. That, hey.
Yeah.
So, and I love the fact that how Pam handles it. She handles it really, really well.
She handles trolls a hell of a lot better than I would.
Yeah.
The only way I can handle them is by ignoring them completely, because if I start with them, I just get sucked into it. But Pam sort of turns them in circles half the time, eh?
Oh, thank you, Southern. I absolutely, see, this is what I love. I actually love to sit down and be able to have a conversation. It's like I'm talking to you. You're across from me, having a coffee. Having a coffee, no, but it's like they're here.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You're in our lounge room having a coffee with us, and we're just sitting back and kicking back and relaxing and chatting.
This is really nice, actually, sitting back with a beer with you guys.
Yeah,
It's the first time I've ever had a drink. Normally, having a coffee with me.
And so that's what we love. And like Grant and I have always just been us, haven't we? Like we don't really have other people in our lives other than the kids.
When we were younger, we had a lot more people in our lives, but most of them turn into arseholes and do the wrong thing by you sooner or later. So we mainly just stick to ourselves and our own little family.
Yeah, so this is a bit of socialisation.
Yeah, we don't get to do a lot of socialising.
Coffee and beer. I've got the coffee.
No, Colette's got coffee. I've got beer today. I normally have coffee.
Yeah.
I normally drink a lot of coffee, actually. But today I've been working outside and it's really hot.
It's a bit hot.
So I thought I'd come in and have a beer.
I think it's just over 30 degrees Celsius. I think that's about, don't quote me because I'm not good with the conversions.
Probably about high 80s.
86, something like
roughly.
that.
Thereabouts.
Yeah.
A good day if you're not out in the sun working.
Yeah.
But our big Great Dane Diesel, he's been a bit of a rat bag, barking at everyone that comes in, and we've got a power meter that they read for the electricity, and we got a note in the letterbox the other week, can we please lock up our dog? He won't let us in your yard, because they normally come in and read the electricity meter. It's just a box on the side of the house, and they can't get in because the big fella won't let them in anymore.
No, he says, oh, you're looking for adult interaction. Oh, why?
Because he's not an adult. Not mature enough. He's only having a go at you.
Don't be ridiculous. Faith-loving grandbaby says she can't stay, but she just wanted to say hello.
Oh, thanks for popping in, Faith.
Thanks for popping in. It's really, see, this is the thing too. With text, it's really hard to pick up on people's sarcasm. Yeah.
I just presume everyone's sarcastic like me. Having a joke.
It's almost nearly all gone.
Especially No Way. No Way's always having a joke.
It's nearly all gone.
Got the kids in the next room. They'll do you another one.
Night. Have a good sleep.
Good night, Faith. Thanks again for popping in.
So have you got any plans for your weekend?
Just assume I'm being a jerk. Well, it's in the name, isn't it? No Way.
Well, what do they say?
Just assume I'm being simple.
They say, what do they say? Never assume, because it makes an ass out of me and...
Out of you and me.
Out of you and me.
Because the word's made up out of us, you, me.
Yep, assume.
Yeah, my dad used to say that when I was much younger.
So...
Yeah, talking about me being simple.
Big plans for your weekend, guys?
Just an old slow Australian.
It's only 10:30 on a Saturday night there. We had a barbecue last night.
Ah, it's a lot earlier than normal.
Yeah, we had a barbecue at your mum's house night.
Yeah, that was lovely.
That was lovely.
Barbecue, I think you'd call it a barbecue too, just a cookie up. Got the grill going outside, gas barbecue.
Couple of snacks and steak and egg and onion on a barbecue.
snags or sausages, which is like ground beef. You know, you know what a bloody sausage is, surely.
Yes.
If you don't, Google it.
Michelle's in Canada. They're not that far removed from us. Or should I say, we're not that far removed from them.
Bleach, when he's coming in, I'm sure he really thinks there's kangaroos everywhere in the streets.
Yeah. Southern's just hanging around the house. She's usually working, but she's off till Wednesday.
Ah, nice. Got a break.
Oh, I must be getting that message. You have been sending too many messages. Take a break and try again. Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Oh, I hate that, eh?
You get that all the time, because I think there's got to be a 60-second break between each sentence you write.
I don't know what it is, but I do get it every now and again.
Yeah.
I don't type too much, apparently.
Or it comes up error, chat disconnected, or something like that.
Yeah, throw a shrimp on the barbie. My whole 44 years in life, I've never seen an Australian throw a shrimp on the barbie. But it was a good ad campaign.
The kids are quietly, I think they're playing games with the eldest in the next room.
Kids are driving you crazy, Southern. How many you got running around?
Probably, no way. How old are you kids? I can't recall whether you mentioned.
Yes, paper.
Oh.
We'll treat these like Q&A too. If there is any questions you've got for Collette and I about either us or the kids or Australia in general.
3 2-year-old boys. Is that 3 2-year-old boys? No, she's got 3, 2 boys, 1 girl. Ah. Yeah, you have mentioned before. I'm sorry.
2 boys and a girl. We had a friend we haven't seen in ages call around the other day. It's been a long time since we saw her.
Our wedding was the last time I saw her.
Yeah, so I've seen her in town a few times, but since we actually had a proper visit.
Yeah, it's been 3.5 years.
Yeah,
and she's got custody of her granddaughter at the moment. Oh, and she's cute, but full of beans.
Yeah,
full of beans.
At that age too, where just make up anything, just a wild imagination. I'm at that age, so you can just make up anything and go along with it. But yeah, she's such a chatterbox. She hardly stopped the whole time she was here. She just loved being the center of attention. But that was different for us, having a little girl around. I've got a habit of slipping down this chair and ending up at the computer desk.
Cheryl's at home watching us. Her umbrella cockatoo is always trying to talk to you.
What sort of cockatoo?
An umbrella cockatoo.
An umbrella cockatoo. I've never heard of an umbrella cockatoo.
Yes, 3 in total. 2 boys, 7 and 4 and 3.
We got probably the most common cockatoo here is the sulphur crested. It's white with a yellow crest, and they're a big parrot, but they talk a bit. I had one as a kid, but I didn't have it for very long. I opened up the cage door to feed it, and it flew out and got away.
Shit, I thought you were sliding away, buddy. Yeah, he'll end up on the floor.
Yeah, I do that. I get lower and lower and lower. And prop myself up again. I think this old chair I'm sitting on is on its last legs. It's starting to wriggle and creak and moan.
Have you ever gone, like when you do go shopping for a computer chair, it's really hard to find one that you absolutely fall in love with. They got to be comfortable and have the arms at the right height.
I'm always calling into dumps or junkyards, recycling centres, second-hand shops, that sort of thing. So I do see a lot of them around. There's a lot of people throw out computer chairs, but I still haven't found one that I want. If the arms are good, something else is wrong with it. And then if the support and the wheels and everything are good, then it's got no arms. So I've just got to find the right one that matches me.
You can get the cheapies at the shops, and I think they're about in between $50 to $90, and they're not that comfortable.
You want a beer refill? Elijah, I'm slow. I don't really
He
drink
doesn't
beer.
drink
I can
beer.
drink spirits a lot quicker. I drink scotch and bourbon and whiskey and that sort of thing, all right. But beer, I'm a bit slow on.
Mm. I like a nice glass of wine, and I'll drink my scotch. I love scotch.
What's the average sort of alcohol percentage on a beer in the USA? This one's just a mid-strength, and it's 3.5%. I think the heavier beers, the bitter ones, are about 4.5. I don't know if it's the same. I thought they were typically a little bit weaker in America, but I'm not sure.
Okay, Cheryl says she's 16 years old and she got her when she was a baby. You'll have to Google it.
5%.
And
cool. Yeah, that's about good for a beer.
Southern lays in bed and does everything on her phone. Yeah, I've got your tablet, just a cheap tablet that I play with in bed, and everything else I do on my desktop because I do editing and that sort of thing.
4 to 5, 5.7 buds. Yeah, that's all right then. I don't know why I was under the impression Bud and some of the American beers like Coors and that sort of stuff was a lot lighter. No. But the mid-strength beers are really popular in Australia now. Everyone used to drink heavy beers, and now mid-strength beers like Gold, 4X, they sell them heaps more because people can drink more before they have to stop before driving, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never drank beer. I don't like beer. No, we haven't. People do get attacked with them if they try and get too up close.
What's that?
Kangaroos.
Yeah, kangaroos can attack. They're not likely to, but they can.
No, we get them around here, down on the road because they jump along the road and they can jump out in front of you.
It's only really the big males
you
got to worry about. And they're actually a good size. It's surprising when you get up close to them. Because we saw one out at the dam years ago, hey, and I thought, oh, look at that kangaroo. And I thought I'd get as close as I could to it. And I got about 10 yards away from it, and it just stood up and looked at me and sort of like puffed its chest out. And I thought, oh, geez, I'm out of here. I backed off really quick. When we go to
because we're going to the zoo probably, we're planning on Tuesday, Wednesday this week coming, and we'll see if we can get a photo of one actually standing up for you guys.
Yeah, at the Australia Zoo, they didn't have big males in the enclosure. There's probably a reason for that. 7.9, that'd be a strong beer. That'd be all right, David.
Michelle says, are they like moose here all over the place? Yes. Yes, kangaroos are everywhere. They're not in suburbia as much, but there is bushland in the city, and they get sort of trapped, don't they?
Well, they tend to have corridors, strips of nature, where they'll find empty blocks and the likes of golf courses and that sort of thing through suburbia. You'll find them there. But the closer you get to houses and cities, you're not likely to see them at all. And the closer you get to the country, you'll see more.
And if they're known in that area, you'll normally get caution warning, kangaroos cross here, or koalas cross here.
Particularly koalas, because koalas have set corridors. They travel the same route all the time. They've got like a route where they follow the seasons. They'll go a certain way, and they only eat particular types of trees. So it's pretty easy for them to judge where koalas are going to be, and they put crossing signs up.
Yeah. I'll get him to look that up, Cheryl.
Yeah, you want to write it down so I don't forget?
I don't know where my pen's
I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, I got a pen. Yeah, it's all right.
There's only really 2 cockatoos that I know in Australia that fly around wild, and that's the sulphur-crested one that I mentioned, and then the black cockatoo, and it's got like red under its tail, and it might have a little bit of red under its wing as well, but they're a beautiful cockatoo, big black cockatoo.
All right. Okay.
So there might be others, but that's the 2 that I know.
Just be careful, please. Watch your ear.
Never heard of an umbrella cockatoo.
Like a deer trail. Yeah, similar.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
We get deer here too, especially out where we live now. There's red deer out this way.
Yeah, I should dig out that photo one day because he had an accident. He swerved to miss a deer probably about trying to think, probably about 10 years ago. And there's a photo of the car that he was in. It was totaled.
It was a big buck, and he froze up in the middle of the road, and I tried to go around him. Well, I did go around him because I didn't want to chance him coming through the windscreen. Cleared him, but when I swerved, the left wheels lifted up. And then when they came back down, I thought, oh, cool. But the split second that they did hit, then the other side come up and it got the rock going. And then it just turned onto its roof, slid upside down for a fair way. So it was a good, decent accident.
He still hasn't repaired it, no way. It's still sitting up here broken.
The drone? Yeah, I've been doing heaps of other things.
He says, is there a drone update? You know, he got it down.
I can show you.
He got it down out the tree. But it broke one of its legs, so it hasn't been repaired yet.
This one, it's broken there. Got a big crack across it. So you can see all the wires inside it. So
it still turns on and the blade's all moved still, so he just has to repair it.
Electrically, it's all right. The motors and the propellers are still working.
Oh, he didn't know it was down.
Yeah, I got it out. It was a bit of a task to get it.
I just wish it wasn't so windy because I would have filmed it, but it was so windy here that I couldn't film it with the camera.
We tried a few different things. Hey, first of all, I just started out throwing things at it and I had no chance because it was about 40 foot up in the air. And I just couldn't get the accuracy on it. Even if I got the height, I didn't get the accuracy. And if I got the line for it, I didn't have the strength. So I gave up on that pretty quick. And then I got the landlord over with his rifle. And we tried shooting out the branch, but the branch was just way too thick. It sort of jammed down in a fork. And where it was jammed down, the fork was about 2 inches across. And he was clipping it with the bullets a few times, but it wasn't blowing the branch out. On arrow. And I was losing direction because I had a little rope tied to the arrow and it was just fouling. So I got hold of a proper fishing arrow where it had a reel set on the front with fishing line. And it only took me 2 shots with that. Once I got that up there, we pulled ropes up and tied it to another tree and tied it to the landlord's 4-wheel drive. And we just pulled the ropes until we snapped the big branch. So it came down, but it broke that arm.
Yeah. So it's down. It just needs to be repaired.
Yeah, so I did get it back. It was up there for about 4 or 5 days. Sat up in the tree. Just we didn't get rain or anything though, so that was good.
It was. And like when because I haven't been around a gun being fired before, and so when he started firing it, I went out there to have a look, and I was surprised.
I didn't know that she didn't realise how loud it was because she was standing beside me when he fired the gun, and she shit herself.
Yeah, I backed away slowly and went back inside. And I couldn't. Unless you had
it was only a 223
on.
223 rifle, so it had a bit more kick than a 22, but I've heard 303s go off and they're bigger.
Good thing you didn't shoot holes in it.
No, he's a pretty good shot. He's got the sights on it and he was hitting exactly where he needed to, but it just wasn't enough.
He did well. The landlord is, 71, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did well.
Yeah, he come over here with his ute and big reels of rope on his ute, and he had like 50 yards of rope on one reel and then 50 yards of rope on another reel, and we got ropes up there either side going right out, and it was a sight to behold. Him and his son were out there and I was on one end and we were pulling it. We couldn't snap it, just pulling on it. We had to end up tying it to the ute, and then it started spinning its wheels. He had to put it in 4-wheel drive, but we did get it.
Yeah, see, we don't have guns here. Our landlord does.
But, yeah, 223 is a good sized gun.
So we don't really get to be around them.
And I haven't been around guns in years. I used to have a couple of rifles when I was younger.
Someone came to see us.
But I haven't really had a gun at all in my adult years.
Tree wrangling Aussie style. Yeah, I wish I had because it was so windy and I just couldn't film it. And like being around there with the bullets and everything, I didn't really want to. Hello, kitty. It's a hot day, isn't it, mate?
It's nice. That's that kitty we
This
rescued.
is our rescue cat.
Here's a tiny little thing, real small kitten when our eldest son Gus brought him home. He was just wandering around the streets in the next little town where Gus does his radio station work.
Yeah.
And it was storm and he ended up coming inside into the radio station. Gus brought him home.
We have, okay, let's try and see if I can remember. 4 dogs, 2 cats, 6 chickens. We just lost a rooster.
Am I supposed to be counting?
Oh, you can. Oh, don't make me start
No,
again.
you can count. Collette can keep naming them. You guys can count.
2 drakes, 1
duck. Drake's a male duck.
We have a peahen and
good night, No Way. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
No way. We have a peahen and then there's the peacock. Ow. Okay, you can go. What else do we have? 2 goats.
All the fish.
Yeah, we lost a rooster. I blame the drake for that.
Yeah.
And then we've got about between 90 and 100 fish.
That's not counting the babies.
No, that's not counting babies. Thanks for calling in, No Way.
See you next time, No Way. If we don't see you on the porch tomorrow, we'll catch up with you soon, mate.
So lots and lots and lots of animals.
The dogs are, we've got a purebred Great Dane,
yeah,
a cattle dog, which is Australian Blue Heeler, and two Maltese Shih Tzu crosses.
Yeah. And then the 2 cats that we have, they were rescue cats. So the eldest one is...
Well, they adopted us.
Yeah, the eldest one is 8. She adopted our eldest son.
That's funny too, because she just turned up on our veranda. We're right out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And she turned up on our veranda one night. And at first I thought it was a feral cat, just a wild one.
Mm.
But my son went out and picked it up and brought it inside and fed it. And we kept it for the weekend. And on the Monday, we took it to the vet. And they got microchips put in their neck here.
I don't know whether your animals, your cats and dogs have to be microchipped. A microchip has the owner's details on it. So if they're found like a stray, they scan it and it comes up as details of the owner.
Yeah. The vet just runs a scanner over the top of their skin and beep, and brings up all the details on the computer. Probably what humans will be wearing in another 20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the details come up, and it turned out she was from Brisbane, like an hour and a half away in the big city.
Yeah.
And contacted the owner, and she said no, she gave her away to someone else, and she had his number, and the vets rang that number, and he said no, I put her in my shed and she disappeared. But I'd say someone dumped her.
Yeah, she got dumped, but she's lovely. Yeah, she's absolutely lovely. Southern's got. Well, thinking about getting another rooster, because like we weren't getting eggs off. We're talking country now.
That's a lot of eggs.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of eggs. We weren't getting eggs for a little while, were we? And now that the rooster's gone, we're getting 6 eggs a day.
Well, I made a joke because overnight when the rooster died, we went from 3 eggs a day to 6 eggs a day.
Yeah.
And we've had 6 eggs a day every day since that he died. I said to Collette, he must have been pushing them back up.
Yeah, so we can actually have our eggs again. Southern says she was meant to be. My husband found one of our dogs at the lake. He jumped in the boat with him and the kids.
Jumped in the boat?
While the kids were fishing. Elisha's cat's chipped.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So you just do it there too.
They're not required. Michelle said they're not required there, but they have it done. Yeah.
I think if you get it done here, it's cheaper on registration or something.
Well, you don't have to register your cats anymore.
They've done away with that.
See, here you had to register your cats also. You weren't allowed to have a cat unless it was registered.
Yeah.
Like
with
your dogs.
Dogs, you've got to pay dog registration.
Yeah.
Every year. And if it's desexed, then it's a little bit cheaper. And if it's chipped, it's also cheaper. And then if you're on a pension or disability, whatever, payment from the government, then it's cheaper again.
Yeah. Did you mention desexed also? It's cheaper again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So just an incentive to get your
and
dogs
then
and cats.
Every so often, like once a month or so, the local vet will have a special on that day that it's cheaper on that certain day if you go in and get them desexed.
Yeah. Yeah, dogs you have to have registered. They have to be registered with you.
I used to have it on my Facebook
Shire
page. I forget what it is now, but it like worked out the amount how many cats can derive from one unsexed stray cat.
You'd have to look it up.
It was a phenomenal amount. It was hundreds. Because each one of their kittens can have that many kittens, and then those kittens can have kittens. It's just
a bit like rabbits
and rats. Yeah, wild cats that go feral out here, real problem. They just kill so much wildlife.
The heat stopped their production a bit when we first started. We had 7 roosters. Big mistake. We skimmed down, and now they're giving us more eggs. Yeah.
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 Yeah. The roosters run them ragged. They don't know when to stop. They're on them all day. The roosters.
Our last batch, not our Plymouth Rocks, the ones we had. The batch before them, we had more roosters than we did hens for a little while because the eggs hatch and then they're more likely to be a male.
Yeah.
So we had to get rid of them.
Roosters, you flat out giving them away out here. You just advertise them for free, give away roosters. Yeah. At the last place we were at, we had too many roosters and we chopped the heads off and plucked them and gutted them and cooked them up. But it was so much work. And they weren't really big roosters.
No.
Flat out getting a feed. You had to do 2 at once to get a feed.
The breed of them, they were jungle fowl too. Yeah. So they were very gamey. They weren't very nice at all.
But by the time you plucking them was the worst. And then by the time you plucked them and gutted them and prepped them and put them in the freezer.
You'd have to cook two to feed a family of 6.
Just for 7 roosters, it was like all day.
Yeah.
And you can buy them from the supermarkets for $5 frozen.
You snuffed the roosters.
Yeah.
Back then we did. We wouldn't do it again. It's too hard. It's too hard work. I think
the chopping them with the axe is the easy part. It's everything that comes after that.
I think if we had to, we'd just skin them completely.
I was happy we did that though, so we sort of learned how to do it, and we know how to do it if we have to.
Yeah.
If things ever get rough and we can't get things at the shop, or for some reason there's a natural disaster, then I at least know I can kill a few chooks for feed if I have to.
Southern says when they incubate they get roosters, but when the hens hatch them they get females. Not sure why.
Is that right? Might be a different temperature, determines the sex.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
We had the rooster that just passed. We had him for 2 years and not one lot of baby chicks, not one lot of chicks out of him.
Yeah, and that's really weird. But I think he was doing his job because he was riding them all the time. Yeah. And if anyone's got chickens, they know with your egg, you get a tiny little white dot in your egg. That means the rooster's done. He's fertilised it. But obviously they got to sit on them and hatch them and incubate them before they turn into chickens. But just to start off with, just on the side of the yolk, you got a tiny little white dot, and that means the rooster's been into them. So we're getting that. So he was doing it, but I don't know whether maybe he was infertile or
I don't know.
The hens just didn't want to go clucky for some reason. I don't know what it was, but we never got any chickens out of him, and that was really weird.
And our last brood before then, we had purebred Plymouth Rocks, and we were breeding them, but they're shocking parents.
That's right, Southern with the alligators.
Yeah, the Plymouth Rocks are shocking, hey? They break eggs.
Hey, Shannon, welcome in, mate.
Hey, Shannon.
I think there's a seat reserved for you at the front somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just about to wrap it up. We're going now, Shannon.
Yeah, see you. Thanks for coming.
Night, everyone.
Kidding. Just kidding.
You missed some interesting talk about chicken fertilisation and roosters doing their deed.
Talking country.
I even got me country looking hat on today.
Oh, that's like our goat. Now, we got a female goat as a companion for our male goat. And hi, Suzanne. And
welcome, Suzanne. Is it Suzanne?
Suzanne.
Suzanne.
And she was pregnant last year, but it was a really hard season last year.
Yeah, really tough weather-wise.
And
no rain, really hard conditions.
Probably similar to this year.
Yeah.
But she kidded, and we lost the kid. It was stillborn, and
just in case the city folks in here, kid is a baby goat.
Yeah. So that was very, very sad.
Chicken sex, yeah. We got a farm porn going on. Shannon, kick back and have a drink and enjoy.
Yeah, and they haven't had a kid since, have they?
No.
So I don't know what the story is.
Collette makes a joke out of it. She reckon Billy likes me more than he likes the female goat.
He does. He gets more excited over Grant.
He
Hi, Big
loves
Sky
me.
Dreamer. Glad you can make it.
Hey, Big Sky. Welcome.
Yeah, it is. It sucks because it was going to be, because we've never had a baby or other than the big Billy goat we got when he was, what, six weeks old?
Yeah, we got Billy when he was a tiny little thing. He's so cute.
Yeah. And so it was going to be something for the kids to enjoy if she actually.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Because when we actually got Billy as a baby, a little kid, we bottle fed him for about 4 months. Eh?
Yeah, longer than we should have, but it was so adorable.
I think that's one of the reasons he's so attached to me too, because he was by himself. We didn't have other goats, and we bottle fed him and soaked him and patted him all the time. And
we babied him, and he's about 4.5 years old now.
Yep.
Big Sky Dreamer says, nice to catch you here. Love the aquarium video.
Thanks, Big Sky. Yeah, that was an awesome comment you put on the video for us. Thank you. Yeah,
goats can be. And the only time he gets a little bit narky, the word narky, I don't know what narky means.
Nasty.
Or narky.
Or you mean horny?
No, nasty, but we could say narky. A bit hormonal is
cranky.
Is when he's in rut. So you have a gay goat. We make jokes about it.
It's funny because like the female goat comes into season. Yeah. How a lot of animals come into season when it's time for them to breed and mate.
Yeah.
And then the male goat goes into rut. He's ready too then. And well, he's always ready, but when he's in rut, he's super ready.
Yeah, normally that's around February. He goes into rut.
And when he does that weird thing with his tongues. If you've ever seen goats on YouTube or funny videos of the goats doing weird things with their tongues, they usually do that when they're in rut.
Yeah. Hey, Laurie. Yeah. So he gets excited around Grant.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've had a girlfriend. She said that we could give our female goat to her and get her pregnant for us.
Yeah, frisky. That's exactly a good word for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our frisky old goat.
Hey, Deborah.
But we tried a couple of different females with him. One of the females we got for him was a bit smaller than him, and he used to push her around something shocking.
She was a pixie goat with
really tiny.
And her horns were like big steak knives.
Yeah.
So it was.
But he was nasty to her. He kept butting her all the time.
Yeah. And then we got him another one, and
I think there was something wrong with her when we got her. She wasn't real healthy because she ended up passing. She didn't last too long. She died a few weeks later. But he didn't like her either. But then we got him a slightly bigger, older goat that had been around the block a few times, and she really stood her ground when he tried headbutting her. She gave it back to him, and he was good then. He liked her.
Yeah. So they lived happily ever after, but we're not getting kids off her.
He just wanted a woman that give it back to him a bit.
No, it's
hey, Deb.
Our Billy goat is.
Deb's come in too.
I said hello.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm a bit slow as usual.
Our Billy goat, he's.
See, there I am slipping down the chair again too. Sorry.
He's an Australian miniature goat, so he stands at about 67 centimeters. No, 76 centimeters, and she's just a little bit bigger. Yes.
Should I just have to plug that box in?
I think that's not even 3 foot. Trying to convert it, that's about 2 foot. So yeah, he doesn't even come up to your waist. He's only a small guy.
You don't have to
Which
charge
is
it.
good. I'd hate to be dealing with them big goats. Because when they get stroppy and they want to headbutt you and stuff, they'd be able to do a bit of damage, I reckon, them big goats. But our little goat's just a perfect size, I reckon. Yeah. You want a dairy goat, Southern? Yeah, well, the female we got, Billy's got a little bit of dairy goat in her. So we thought if she gets pregnant, we might try milking her for a while, but it just hasn't happened.
Yeah. And the Nubians are good milking goats.
Have you guys seen them stupid goats that faint all the time? Or you scare them, they just stiffen up, or their legs go really stiff, and then they just fall over.
They're pets. They're all out. It's a small hobby farm.
Yeah, they're more pets than they are. We don't. The only things we really get stuff out of is we get eggs off the chickens,
and we don't.
And everything else we sort of feed for nothing.
The landlord, he has pigs and cows, but he doesn't kill his cows. He has slaughtered.
Who's the landlord? Oh, he sells them.
He sells them, but he doesn't do them himself.
No.
And the pigs he has before, but I won't eat them.
Goat tipping, they faint. Yeah, they're weird looking. I think they call them fainting goats. I don't know what their real name is, but there's quite a few videos of them on YouTube. You just got to scare them, and their legs go really stiff, and then they fall over. There's something weird about them.
The one that attacked her husband was the size of a deer, and he horned his truck and broke out his lights. A vicious.
Good thing he was in his truck. Yeah. I've seen a bull do that, but not a goat. I have seen a video of a goat doing that. There's a certain spot that he was renowned for it.
Yeah, he used to do it to people on motorbikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just a small hobby farm here, Suzanne.
Most of our animals we've collected from rescues. It's just that we've got the room here. We're sort of sitting in the middle of the landlord's got cows, and he's got big paddocks and fields and stuff around us. So we've got a bit of room here, so we have just managed to collect anything that we can save or rescue, basically.
Yeah.
Some things we've bought, like we bought the goat as a bit of a present for our young ones. But the cats and most of the dogs, they're all rescues. A lot of my fish have been rescues, especially the Oscars.
Yeah.
Because people don't realise how big Oscars get. And you turn up some places, they got them in tiny little 2-foot tanks, and it's just sad to see them. So I've rescued a few of them. What else have we taken in? The Great Dane, he was a giveaway.
Yeah.
A couple of the dogs, both the cats.
The Great Dane, he was on one of those buy, sell, swap sites. I know that there are Facebook sites over in the United States. A bit
like Craigslist, but just a Facebook group.
And there were so many people putting their hands up saying, "Oh, take him, I'll take him, I'll take him." So I decided...
Because they're worth good money too, and he was a whole male. People would have just bred him.
Yeah, I didn't like my chances of getting him, but at the time I said to Grant, I might try and write her a note and just give her an idea of who we are, and that we've got big property here, and we've got 4 boys that would absolutely love him. And out of all the people that put forward to her,
there would have been at least 100 on that site saying they'd take him.
Yeah, she chose us. So
yeah, she said come around and meet him first. And when I first walked up to her, because he was just her dog since a puppy, and he gave me a big bark. He stood up to me, and I just walked straight up to him and started patting him. He was a little bit confused. He was looking at her, and he's like, "This doesn't normally happen," sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because he was a big boy.
Yeah, and he's your little offsider, isn't he?
Oh, he's my shadow now. He absolutely loves me to death.
So when she gave him to us, we let her know that if she wanted him back at any time, she could have him back. We gave it that cooling off period.
We gave it ages before we actually swapped him over into our name properly.
Yeah. So we've had him just over a year now, and he's a big baby. He's actually like Scooby-Doo.
Is there anyone in here hasn't seen Diesel?
Him in.
Yeah, I'll be relaxed. So I won't get him excited.
Yeah, I haven't eaten goat either.
A lot of people like it, but they also say you've got to be careful. You can't eat too much of it. It's not good for you if you eat it all the time.
Yeah.
Goat,
Yeah.
supposed to do something to you. It might be something to do with your heart. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab diesel and another beer. Actually, before I go, who wants another beer? Shannon, you want a beer, mate? I'll be back soon.
Yes, when I was a sick baby when I was born, and I was brought up on goat's milk. I couldn't drink any other milk other than goat's milk. You know, animals are beautiful. You love Diesel.
Is this Gatorade Griffins?
I don't. Yeah, it's Griffin's. Here he comes. Yeah, I couldn't drink it now. I don't think. But yeah, I was brought up on it. Yeah. Is he coming?
Come here, Diesel boy. Come here.
Hello. Yeah, move your chair out the way. There you go. Over this side, mate.
Oh, he stinks. Oh, that noise you can hear is his tail hitting the floor. Now don't lie in between us, mate. Come on, up you get. Up you get. I've got to push the chair over.
Good boy. You can probably just briefly see him.
Stick your head up here, boy. There you go. You gonna let him stay in here or put him out?
Yeah, he'll relax behind us.
Yeah, he's sitting down.
Yes, he is so big, and this little office here isn't that.
Yeah, it's only a tiny. It's only a tiny room here.
He's lying behind us. We won't be able to roll our chairs back.
I'll make sure I'm inside the lines.
Yes.
Let's put tape on the table
I
for me.
put tape on the table so he doesn't go out of screen. Yeah, I like feta. Feta's nice. I like a Greek salad with feta cheese, yum, and olives.
I like Greek salad.
Yeah, big baby, gentle giant. He is absolutely.
Yeah, he really is Southern. He's really soft-natured. He's starting to really own the yard now, though. He's been here a year, and he really barks when people come. And just because he's so big and he's got such a big voice, he scares the hell out of people.
Yeah, and you mentioned the electricity man couldn't come and read the meter.
Yeah.
And so now Grant's been out there trying to fence off so the electricity guy can actually get to the meter without having to meet Diesel.
I've had to fence just beside the gate and then just beside the meter box, so that corner of the house,
yeah,
they can come in there and he can't get to them.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll end up with a phenomenal bill because they'll just guess what the meter reads.
If they can't get to the meter, they just do a
guess
of what your average is, and then they add a bit.
It's like putting a horse in a cardboard box. Yes, exactly, Shannon.
Yeah, Michelle, his tail hurts.
It's like a steel whip.
And because he's that height too, a couple of times he's accidentally hit me like in the privates in a sensitive area. Holy dooly, just about drops you.
Mm.
And Mum too, got to really watch him because he gets excited and his tail just goes crazy. And if he hits Mum too, it really hurts her.
Yeah.
So that's the other reason I'm doing these fences. So when we get visitors, they can come through the front gate and up to the house without him being right at them. Because he doesn't jump up. He knows better. He wouldn't dare jump up because he's been trained. But he just gets so happy and excited that, yeah, he sometimes forgets how big he is.
They don't read your meter there, Southern. Big Sky Dreamer. I'll just say Sky.
There's your beer, Shannon.
They had a friend whose family were Great Dane rescuers too, and she had one like Diesel.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that colouring is called the Harlequin.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I walk him in town, I take him to the small town in here. And some people, when they see him from a distance, they think he's a Dalmatian or something until they get up closer.
Yeah. You could call me Biggs. Okay, Biggs.
Hey, Biggs.
That's easy.
Cheers, Biggs.
Hey, Blue Shadow.
Hey, Blue
Long
Shadow's
time.
here.
We saw your comments, and Grant said, I haven't seen him in ages.
Yeah, I often keep an eye out for you, Blue Shadow, because I used to pop over to your live stream, but I haven't seen you live in a long time. Hope everything's been all right. Yeah, okay, buddy?
Yeah, I haven't seen him. And how you doing now, Deb? Are you feeling better?
Do you want another coffee? Or do you want a wine?
I'm fine for now.
I'm getting boys to do your coffee.
Gus can do me a coffee. I think he's just gone to the loo. Just sing out as you walk past.
Are you just out there, Gus?
No, it's Fisher. Can
you ask Gussie to do Mum a coffee, please, mate?
Okay, Rista, no worries. He said you can call me Rista. Yeah, he does take him for walks. Blah, blah, blah. Trying to spit out
Cheers,
the words.
Rooster.
You can plug my phone in.
I used to work at the Meatworks, which is like an abattoirs. Just
Can you plug it in, please?
cut up cows and send them off to the supermarkets and grocery stores and that sort of thing years ago. And the game they used to play there, because you used to have to wear a hairnet and stuff on your hair, and they'd get a little strip of fat and put it on your head while you didn't notice, and so you couldn't really feel it. And if you had that bit of fat on your head, as soon as you started walking through the factory, everyone would start going. So you'd know straight away you'd be feeling your head.
Yeah, I was trying to say earlier, it was Grant used to take him more into town when you had the wagon. He's too big in my car.
Yeah, I just had like a station wagon.
I'm glad to hear that, Deb.
And that was really good. I just popped the back seats down. That was just like my old work vehicle. I'd use it for everything. And that used to be really good for carting him around.
Yeah. But you've tried to take him in my car and it's too
Yeah, he's all over the place. He's so big and he puts hair everywhere.
It's always good to have fun at work.
Yeah, you got to in factories, you go stir crazy, especially in the meatworks, in that abattoirs, because everything was just pure white, like refrigerated walls. So everywhere inside this whole massive factory was just white, and then you wore white overalls and a white hairnet, and you just go stir crazy doing the same thing every day, looking at the same walls. So we used to have heaps of fun mucking around.
When I was butchering, the butcher's daughter used to throw pig ears up on the freezer doors and watch them topple down the door. They had to toe down the door.
Probably sounds a bit gross to people, but when you're working with, if you do that sort of thing, you just get immune to it. And after a while, that's like some of the things I used to do at the meatworks with cows' eyeballs, and sometimes inside the cows that have cysts. So the boners or the guys that used to cut up a lot of the cows, if they hit a cyst, it'd burst and explode onto them. And so, yeah, they'd set up things like that for people.
I'm so glad I worked at the other end of I was doing the sales.
The place I'm talking about, the cows actually came in live, and they'd put them through the corrals, hang them upside down, they'd get a bolt in the head. So yeah, it's not pretty stuff. And then you'd have to have you're covered in blood, and you have to have your smoker and your brakes and everything outside where all the cows were still in the yards, and they knew what was coming. They could smell it.
Dad, is the quad working?
Yeah, they are gross, eh, Southern?
You're not riding the quad at the moment.
Yeah, the quad is working, but you can wait till I go out there. You can ride it this half, mate.
Yeah, you need to be supervised. I'm not having you racing around out there without anybody watching.
Yeah, I never really liked it either, to be honest, but I did it, and it was a paycheck. But it's not nice surroundings. That I started doing like landscaping and groundsman jobs, and that was heaps better, being amongst living stuff rather than things that were getting killed.
Yeah. Big said he couldn't do that. They'd have nightmares.
Well, I did have nightmares from that job because that job I ended up cutting the end of my thumb off. That thumb that's short.
You see it better up beside each other.
Uh.
Do it side by side.
Oh, it's hard with the camera. Hey. So when I did that, that was with the bandsaw. And it was because it had a blunt blade on it and they wouldn't stop the line to replace it. They wanted to run it out for another half hour till the break came, because it's just everything's on a set line and they hate stopping it. It's just production. So yeah, when that happened, I had like PTSD from that for a long time.
Yeah, well, see, we eat meat.
Yeah, and I've always said if you're gonna eat meat, you should be prepared to know where it comes from and what happens to it, and even be able to kill it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely happy that's in my past. Took a long time to get over that little bit of thumb missing. Took a bit of getting used to, especially doing up buttons and all the fine little things. Even now it still plays up if there's like a lot of rain coming.
Is this yours? Okay.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, that's
whose
hitting the
that
spot
is.
now.
It
That
might be Griffin.
feels really nice just to kick back and
I'm
relax
trying
and
to
have
read
a
it
chat.
without eyes. Yeah, I think it might be Griffin's.
I have fun with that thumb now though. Like I love
You do the trick.
seeing kids' faces.
Try and do the trick. You'll have to position it so. Okay.
Gone. Oh, there we go.
Blue Shadow says, long day since we've seen each other. Yes, it is, Shadow.
It's been too long, Shadow. Did he
Thank
answer
you.
before when I asked if he'd been all right?
No, he didn't.
It was really good to see you again, Shadow. You been good, mate? For anyone who hasn't seen him before, that's our eldest boy, Gus.
And the one coming to the side of us is our youngest.
Yeah.
G'day.
You got to have a laugh, eh, Bigsy? You got to have a laugh. Sometimes if you don't laugh, you'll cry, so you got to laugh.
Yeah. She don't like seeing it, but she'll eat it. The rabbits, yeah. That's why in the past you've spoken to people and that you've told them about the meatworks and they go, oh, meatworks.
They get really upset with me.
But they eat it.
Say, do you eat hamburgers? Do you eat meat? And they go, yeah. I said, well, where do you think it comes
It
from?
grows on trees.
People have got to kill it and they've got to cut it up and all that nasty stuff has to happen before you can have it in a shop.
Yeah.
I'll pass that on, Michelle. Yeah, he's 22 now, our oldest.
Yeah. Makes us feel old, hey?
Mm. Well, he's heaps older than us when we met now.
Big
Well,
snows.
that's another reason I was laughing so much when the other day on the porch for Shoot the Shit when Ricky was talking about Lulu and the thumb. All I could think about was this little fella.
Hi, Margaret. Oh, I hope you're okay.
Last 2 weeks, but now I'm on my house taking rest. Oh, I'm glad you're back, Shadow. I thought something must have been up because it's been so long since we saw you. I'm glad you're okay now.
Yeah, Shadow's only a young fella, a gamer.
Yeah, Shadow's more like, I think, closer to the age of Gus. He's a nice fella, though. Eh? I call into his live streams and talk to him. He's a real nice bloke. Yeah, it was funny, eh? Yeah, so we're really happy to see you back now. Shadow, make sure you rest up and look after yourself, eh? Thanks, Shannon. I like yours too. You come out with some rippers in Shoot the Shit sometimes. It's a bit hard when since they give us the wrench when we're moderating sometimes, it's all right if the trolls aren't around.
Yeah.
But when you're busy, you don't get to join in the chat as much.
No, you're too busy watching the chat to make sure nobody misbehaves and hit them with the wrench.
Yes, but Lisa's so good at
She's
moderating
quick.
that I hardly have to do anything. I don't even worry about it.
Sing us a song, please.
Sing us a song. What do you want? Have you got a request or anything?
Sing us a song on the Shadow Man. One more beer and then Rooster's off.
Who wants a song?
Michelle.
Michelle's Country All Right.
We're in Queensland, Australia. So we're up.
We're on East Coast.
Southeast. It's Southeast Queensland.
They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely, and all I gotta do is act naturally. Well, I bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you'll come and see me in the movies. Then I know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that ever hit the big time. And all I gotta do is act naturally. They'll make a scene about a man who's sad and lonely, begging down upon his hands and knees. I'll play the part and I won't need rehearsing, 'cause all I gotta do is act naturally. Well, I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star, and all I gotta do is act naturally. There you go, guys. Cheers.
Shannon's glad that we don't have mean trolls on here. Now, we only had that troll once, I think, didn't we? It was trolling us. But, yeah, let's see, we don't do drama either, Shannon, so got nothing for the trolls to troll.
Oh, sooner or later we might get some, but see you later. Collette's pretty quick with the block and ban button. Thanks, dude. Yeah, it's a good old tune, eh? Act Naturally. Buck Owens. The Beatles did it too, I think. The Beatles did a version of it. Oh, there's probably been lots of people do it, but I'm pretty sure Buck Owens was the first one.
Are you in your line?
I think, yeah, I'm in my line. I can see my face.
Okay, good.
It's Colette's got the chat window up on the side, sort of cuts off half my face, so sometimes I can't tell if I've snuck off screen or not.
Laid tape out to make sure that he doesn't sneak off, because last live stream he snuck off the screen a little bit, so he can't go past the tape.
You want to sing a song?
I don't know.
Let's sing a song together.
I'll sing a song with you.
What do you want to sing?
I don't know. I'm shy.
Sugar, sugar.
No.
Honey, honey.
Well, see, that's just that.
You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. 1, 2, 3, sugar, sugar.
Honey, honey. No.
No?
We wrote a few down.
Thanks, Shadow. Because I was a bit all over the place last live stream, and my head wasn't quite with it.
I got my list.
Because I never do lists. I just do everything off the top of my head. And Collette loves a bit of organisation.
I work by lists. I have to have a list to check.
So all the time we do videos or live streams or anything, we've never done it to a outline or a guideline of any description. But because I was all over the shop last stream, I let her do a list.
So yay, I won. I got my list. Or you can do.
Yeah, Collette, sing a song.
I can do that one, but
Yeah.
I'm shy.
Do you need the music?
I'll do a little bit.
Do you want me to join in and help you or not?
You can if you want.
Only little bits. You do it much better.
I wish I had it.
First bit is here's a door and here's a window.
Here's a door and here's a window. Here's a ceiling. Here's a floor. The room is lit like a black and white movie. The TV's on. That's what it's for. And if you stop that talking, you can feel the planet breathe. Throw away those keys, start walking. Watch those tiny things go by. Accidentally Cali Street, where friends and strangers sometimes meet. Accidentally Cali Street, I never thought life could be so sweet. Now, if I had music, it would be a little bit better because it would drown me out.
I love with the singers themselves too. I just crank it up loud. That way I can sort of blend into their voice a bit.
Yeah.
We got, see, what else you got on your list? Tell the people what's on your list.
I got trivia.
Does anybody want trivia? Type 1 for trivia questions or type 2 for more songs. And we'll leave it up to you guys. She likes you too, Shadow. So yeah, you guys can have a decision because I don't mind either way. If you want me to sing a bit, I'll sing little bits of songs, or else we'll do some trivia questions for you.
If I leave my other blanket off and turn my pillow around, it looks like a girl's bed.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Now, what did I say one was?
Thanks, Shannon. Trivia was 2 and more singing was 1, I think.
You sure now?
I don't know. He's forgotten what he said and I wasn't
I
listening.
can't remember something from 1 minute ago. That's terrible.
Those beers are hitting you on the head. Was
3,
one.
all right. Elijah's for 3. 3 means more beers.
Trivia 2.
Oh, it looks pretty even. We'll do both. What songs do you want? Have we got any requests for songs?
Michelle wants trivia. Well, trivia's only
1 was trivia. All right.
1 was trivia. Well, trivia there's only 10, so I'll read them out. No Googling.
No
I'll put
Google.
a time limit on yours. No Google.
Yeah, there's no prizes. You can just hold the title of smartest in chat of knowing trivia.
Yeah.
We can give you a pretend crown. A Burger King crown.
Oh, I know what a prize could be.
What?
They get to hold a wrench.
Our very first wrench holder just for today.
But I'd have to, yeah.
But don't kick anyone out.
No. They get their little name up in lights.
Yeah, you get a blue name. All right, give us some trivia questions.
Okay.
And I'll answer them all.
Thanks, Shadow. I was going to try and shut that door. Leave the door shut, mate.
I want to be a part of it.
You want to be a part of trivia? You're not allowed to give the answers, okay? Okay. Okay. Are we ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, question number 1. What 3 countries do not use the metric system?
One is super easy. The others are not. Hey, little Wayne, just in time for a couple of trivia questions, mate. Welcome in, Wayne. Pull up a chair and show us how good you are at knowing absolute trivia.
What 3 countries do not use the metric system?
Good coffee.
USA is Big Z's first guess. Absolutely. St. Thomas and Puerto Rico? No. I actually guessed this one early because Collette showed me the questions, and I guessed US, Germany, and France. But it's not. They're really unknown countries. Well, to me anyway. What's the metric system? Metric is centimeters, meters, kilometers, liters, and imperial is gallons, miles, ounces, pounds. See, nearly the whole world converted to metric except just a few countries, and
Okay.
USA is one of them.
USA is number 1.
USA, USA, USA.
And then you just got to try and get the next 2. But
Nah,
I don't think
we'll
you'll get the next 2 without Googling. Okay,
Liberia
Liberia and Myanmar is the other one.
and Myanmar.
We learn about that at school.
So there you go. That's the 2 countries that you're in line with, America.
So, boom, boom.
Liberia and Myanmar.
Okay.
Canada uses both. Yeah, see, officially we're metric, but we use both for a long time with that crossover. Like my dad used to mainly use imperial, like inches and feet, but he still knew centimeters. And I know a little bit of both, but mainly metric. Okay, next.
Next, how many people have walked on the moon?
I'll give you a clue. It's probably a lot more than you think.
Very nice.
Because I guessed really low for this and I was wrong.
I know it since we've been learning it at school.
Shh, I'm Googling.
No Googling. 2, 1. We've had a couple of guesses. 5. I'll give you a clue. It's still much higher.
Can I have a guess after?
8. You're getting closer, Wayne. Still more. How many people have walked on the moon? They reckon there's still astronaut poop up on the moon too.
Poop?
Yeah, they left one of their poop bags up there. I don't know if that's true or not. I heard someone say that the other night.
Not
200?
Not that many. They're not living up there yet.
Oh, Big Z's got the closest guess so far, 10, and you're close too, Wayne.
Michelle's got it.
There you go, Michelle, 12. 1 dozen people have walked on the moon, apparently.
I thought it was 13.
Nope, 12. So Michelle's got that one. Astronaut turd.
They reckon they left one of the things off the space shuttle, the toilet deposits or whatever they are, up on the moon. So apparently there's astronaut shit on the moon.
Okay, number 3.
Southern's a conspiracy theorist. She reckons 0.
Yeah, well, I thought that too.
You got to wonder, when you watch some of that footage.
12 and a half. Question number 3, sorry.
Numero 3.
Okay, on the hit show Seinfeld, what was Kramer's first name?
Ooh, we got any diehard Seinfeld fans in the audience?
On the hit show Seinfeld, what was Kramer's first name?
Is this true?
Yes,
It's a hard one because you rarely ever heard it. It was always called Kramer. I'll give you a couple of seconds
No.
and then I'll give you a clue. No Googling, Rooster.
Wasn't there a
Shannon got
Yeah,
it.
Shannon got it. You're a
So-
fast Googler, Shannon.
Shannon got one. Michelle won.
Wasn't there a monkey called Cosmo?
Okay, so we have to keep tally, Michelle and Shannon.
Cosmo.
John Wayne.
Have you got more questions?
I've got 7 more now. Okay, are we ready for
Number 4. Yeah, I'll ask this one. Which is it? This one?
No, this one.
In the movie Bambi, what type of animal is Bambi's friend Flower? So Bambi had a friend and its name was Flower. What sort of animal was it?
I remember.
Old Disney cartoon Bambi.
Skunk. Big Sky got
All
one
right,
right.
Big Z, off you go. Oh, you're just behind a little Wayne. You just missed out. Michelle said rabbit. No, it was a skunk. Next
Ooh,
one.
there's 3.
I got that one when Collette asked me.
Yes, you know.
And I think the rabbit was Thumper, yeah?
Okay. Which city has the largest population in the world?
I know that. That's another thing we learn at school.
I'll give you a clue. It's not New York.
Which city has the largest population in the world?
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I'm gonna be a part of it. Bam! Southern Mama, Tokyo.
Wow, they're all neck and neck.
Has anyone got 2 yet?
No,
It was
yeah.
Tokyo. That was one I got right too when Collette asked me.
Okay, you wanna? Oh, this is going to be a race.
This is going to be a race because this one's in your neck of the woods. Literally. Okay, in which national park would you find the geyser known as Old Faithful?
Is it geyser or geyser?
Geyser.
Geyser. Okay, reread it.
Geyser or geyser. Geyser, the thing that blows water out of the ground. Or steam.
Yellowstone. Southern's got it. She's got 2.
Southern likes a... And sorry, guys, I don't know how it's coming up on your screens, but we just got to take the name that comes up first on our screen.
Yeah, it's the first name that appears on our screen with the right.
And for us, it was Southern Mama again, and Bigsy was just behind her, and then Little Wayne was just behind them, and then Michelle was just behind them.
So we're not favouring anybody. It's just the way it comes through on the screen.
And then
Bye, Shadow.
Shannon reckons Bluestone. See you later, Shadow. Thanks heaps for calling in, mate. Are you going to be on your live streams again? If you are, I'll call in and see you. Bye.
Okay. Are we ready for the next question?
And no, it wasn't Bluestone, Shannon. Get serious. Come on now. Get into it, mate. Don't be ridiculous.
You're throwing it. Rooster's lagging. Okay, we'll just wait a minute and we'll wait till you all catch up. Okay, are we ready for the next one?
Are you ready? You got to hop up and throw the flag down like the woman in Greece for the big drag race.
Which animal has the most legs?
If you missed it, that was which animal?
Which animal has the most legs?
How many people are in it?
No.
No, Spencer.
Think creepy crawly bugs. Oh, Michelle's getting closer.
Close.
What's more than a centipede?
Millipede.
Yeah, Big Z.
Got it.
tiny.
It was a millipede. I don't think they actually have a million legs, but that's where it comes from. Milli and centi
I don't
means
know.
is Greek
Someone
or
might
Latin
have
for
sat
100.
there and counted all their tiny little legs. Purple mongoose.
There's a old joke. It's pretty long though. Remind me later if you remember about the centipede.
Centipede. Okay, it's written on my list. Okay.
Purple mongoose. I was going to guess that too. Because they're fast, them purple mongooses.
And Biggs used to play with them when he lived in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking. They're supposed to be pretty poisonous, but they got those like the feelers on one end. Oh, what about that movie, Centipede? Anyone watch that?
I never watched it. You've got a child behind you.
Yeah,
so
I won't talk about it, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
Cool.
Okay. Next question. The Statue of Liberty.
Oh, this was an easy one. Get ready. Fast, go.
Fingers on the button. The Statue of Liberty, I can't even say it.
The Statue of Liberty
was a gift to the USA from which country?
Yeah, they got them long feelers, Biggsy.
The Statue of Liberty was a gift to the USA from which country?
I don't even know Diesel was in.
Little Wayne's got it.
That's it. Little Wayne's up there.
Little Wayne's got one. So, as we said, as it comes through on our screen, we just pick the first name that comes up that's got the right answer.
Or one that I like. No.
I wouldn't let him do that to you.
I like his all.
Okay. Are we ready for the next one? This is going to be a quick one too. I think.
What number are we up to?
This is number 9.
How did you know? You guessed it. Jupiter. No.
Shannon's buzzer's broken. Get your finger off Shannon's buzzer.
Hey, I haven't got my finger on his buzzer.
Okay.
Stop playing with your buzzer and it won't get broken, Shannon.
What, are we ready for the next one? Yes.
Oh. The arm of my chair just gave out.
What is the name for a male bee that comes from an unfertilized egg? What is the name for a male bee that comes from an unfertilized egg?
Unfertilized? Are you sure about that?
Yes. I am 100%. Yes, Biggs has got it.
Oh, Biggsy's
he's pulled into the lead.
just beat Little Wayne. Oh, it was ahead of you by a millisecond there, Wayne. As soon as Biggsy's come in, yours came in.
A deadbeat.
A deadbeat, that's what I reckon, Shannon. If it's unfertilized.
No. Well, it says unfertilized. Okay, so Biggs has hit the lead. Southern's coming up the end of it. Okay, this is last one. I think this is last one. Yep.
Geez, that went quick.
This is lucky last.
This is question number 10.
Yep. You can say that word because I can't say it.
I'll say it how I think it's said. Cynophobia. That's C-Y-N-O phobia. Is the fear of what kind of animal? So either cynophobia or cynophobia. I would say cynophobia. C-Y-N-O-P-H-O-B-I-A. Cynophobia is the fear of which animal? No, not bugs.
That's what I thought.
I've never heard this one before myself. No, not horses.
Fear of zebras.
Not zebras. It's not an exotic animal either. It's not an unusual animal. It's an everyday animal.
Yes,
Yeah,
Michelle's got
Michelle
it.
got it. Dogs.
Well, that makes Big's the winner.
Ooh,
It went Biggs with winning 3, Michelle with 2, Southern with 2, Shannon with 1. I think he fell asleep, and Little
He was
Wayne.
playing with his buzzer.
And Little Wayne came late.
And you still got in there though. You still got one, Little
Yeah.
Wayne.
Well done. So with this great power comes
Remember, with
great
great power comes
responsibility.
great responsibility.
Okay.
What kind of moderator?
There you go, Biggsy. You got your name in lots for winning trivia.
So you won trivia, so you get a wrench. Don't
But
go.
don't kick everyone out.
Don't kick everybody out. Yes. Well done. That was fun.
It was fun. We're going to do that next time again for sure.
Yeah, that was really, really fun. Let's all enjoy that.
That was definitely the lag, Rooster. Had to be the lag, or else you would have won that easy.
Now, Shannon can start.
Biggsy will get you. Biggsy will flog you across the head with that big wrench.
Here's a mod for somebody else, so he knows what it's all about.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was fun. Something different.
It was. Hey, buddy. You mind putting that in the kitchen and grabbing another one?
I hate this one.
Hey, here, I'll play a tune for the people first.
I'm sneaking out a shot.
Send them to dreamland. Yeah. Send them to the other side of the rainbow.
Go put it in the bin, please, now.
Thanks, mate. That was something different, eh? I like that.
Okay. Next on your list is if you want to do another song.
What about the other piece of paper?
Well, your piece of paper.
How about?
And the places I've lived. No, that's boring.
Well,
How
it's
about-
up to you. What about the bottom one? What's the bottom thing?
Okay, you can ask us anything about
Q&A.
that you want to ask about us or Australia. Oh, are you back now, Southern?
Pretty sure.
Her phone died.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Did you hear who won those, Southern? Biggs won.
Biggsy won with 3. Michelle and Southern on 2. Shannon and Wayne on 1. That was only 10 questions.
10 questions.
We might do 20 questions next time.
We'll do it in intervals.
Yeah. And
Do you have wild critter stories?
wow, critters. Our whole channel's filled with wild critter stories.
We've got a video to upload later on that we filmed earlier this morning. It was actually, there's some beautiful shots on that footage that we're going to upload later.
Yeah. Well, especially since we've been doing YouTube, anytime I come across wild critters, just about every time I've managed to get it on camera. So we've got videos of relocating and picking up snakes, turtles, lizards, an owl, a bat. There's a tiny little bat come into the veranda a while ago.
Yes, please.
There was a feather-tailed possum, tiny little sugar glider possum. Didn't get that on camera.
What else?
We don't get big wildlife, like we don't have bears or moose or anything that big out here.
I'm so glad that you could join us, Biggs. It's been a pleasure having you and getting to know a little
It
bit.
has, it's been good, eh? Your first visit and you get a wrench, how's
I
that?
know, that's amazing. Yes. It's all in fun anyway.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. Why come to YouTube if you're going to cause drama?
Wildlife stories or critter stories. One Bigsy a couple of years back,
Okay,
it was Christmas
can I
with the
stop
fridge.
for a minute?
Yeah.
So Big, sorry, is with a name like Deb, it would be female. Just so I know, because I was
Big Sky Dreamer.
I was hesitant on whether saying he or she earlier, so I need to know a little bit. I'd hate to offend.
When I was a kid,
Hi, Christina.
I encountered funnel spiders, Shannon, but I haven't seen one in years. But they're really deadly,
Female.
eh?
Thank you.
Thanks,
Okay,
Bigsy.
so
yeah,
yes,
just
female.
back to the wild critter story. A couple of years ago, I had a fridge out on the veranda.
Yeah.
And because it was Christmas, Christmas time is summertime here. It's our hottest months are through Christmas. And Collette wanted me to bring the fridge in because we're having Christmas here with some of the relatives coming over, so we wanted the extra fridge in the house. So I went to get it off the veranda, which is like the porch.
And I'm guiding him.
I was on the door side of it, pushing it in, and I got Collette to guide me through the door. And what did you yell out just as I was pushing it in the door?
Snake! Snake!
So I brought the fridge back out, and in the motor part up underneath, how you can see into the back of the fridge, there's a big brown snake had gone in there and crawled up around the motor to keep warm.
Now, brown snakes are I can't say it.
Venomous.
Sorry,
Venomous.
Venomous. Poisonous. Toxic.
Not poison, different.
I can't say it.
Yeah, like it doesn't sound much a brown snake, but a brown snake, eastern brown, that we get here is actually the second most venomous snake in the world. And the first most venomous snake is also in Australia. We've got like 3 of them on the most venomous list.
What's the most venomous?
So yeah, venomous brown snake have enough venom in it to kill our whole family. They got enough venom to kill like 50 men or 2,000 rats.
Yeah.
Anyway, this big brown snake was in the back of the fridge, and she's called out snake. So I pulled the fridge back out, and by the time I turned the fridge around to look at it, he started coming out, and he just crawled out across the veranda, which is our porch. And it was a big, thick one, and it was about 4 or 5 foot long, and that's massive for a brown snake. That's really dangerous. And it just went off the veranda, down over the side and out the yard, and away it went. So that was a little wild critter story. Yeah. And then also we've had a brown snake like that in one of our son's rooms. He'd been away for a couple of days, and he came back with a suitcase, and the next day he went to get something out of his suitcase because he left it open in his room, and there was a brown snake in it. At that time I had surgery done on my hand, so I had to actually call a snake catcher, a mate from in town, and he come and took it out the house. Yeah, that's our critter stories, mainly snakes. And also Shannon, I think it was Shannon, asked me about funnel web spiders.
Yeah. Night, Deb. Thanks for stopping by. Take it easy.
Good night, Deb. You take it easy, doll.
Door, please.
And with the funnel webs, I used to see them as a kid because if you found them, they had like a little hole in the ground. Oh no, that's the trapdoors.
Trapdoors.
Yeah, funnel webs, I think they make a funnel inside their web. Sorry, I was on the wrong track there. I might not have seen a funnel web. But the Sydney trapdoor, was it the Sydney funnel web? One of them is highly dangerous. But yeah, big spiders like that. When we used to find a hole in the ground, we used to stick a bit of grass in there as a kid, and the spider would come out the hole and grab the grass.
We do that at school.
So I don't know whether they were trapdoors or funnel webs.
Yeah, we'll see. With the snakes are on the move at the moment too, so we have to try and get the house ready for summer because it's been so dry and the snakes are going to come out. And my bedroom opens out onto the veranda because we've got an old Queenslander house, and so there's no screens or anything. So have to try and secure that so no snakes can get in through the doors.
Yeah.
We'll have to look at fixing Gus's.
Yeah. And we've also obviously got snakes up in the roof too, because the snake came out of the rafters and ate the baby swallows.
The brown recluse. Yeah, I've looked at that one online. I think the tarantula is much bigger than, or at least thicker and heavier than most of our spiders. We get huntsmans inside, but they're not venomous. Like if they bite you, they'll make you a bit crook, a little bit sick, and it'll swell up and stuff, but they're not highly venomous. But the huntsmans, they get to about that size, much bigger than my hand spread out. A good sized huntsman.
Giving them an idea of how big your hand is.
No, that way.
His hand is huge.
I've got big hands. You know what they say, big hands, big gloves.
Yes, Shannon, I struggle with certain words all the time. Venomous is one of them.
If there's an N and an M too close together, Collette really struggles with it, like cinema.
Or
venomous.
Cinnamon. I have to actually think about it and then have to repeat after him to actually get the word right.
What can you say, anemone?
I tell it to say.
No.
I had lots of cinnamon at the cinema, and then saw a venomous snake.
Yeah, that's when you're being nasty to me.
Oh, I'm not being nasty now.
It's just like tongue-tied. I just can't get it.
See, I don't mind spiders and snakes. I'm weary with the snakes because we've got some really deadly venomous snakes in Australia. But we've also got heaps of others. I mean, just around here I've caught...
You're right, Shannon.
Yellow-faced whip snakes, white crown snakes, pythons, green tree snakes, brown tree snakes. Get heaps of different snakes.
Yeah.
It's just there's about 3 or 4 around here. The brown, red belly black, and taipan. Those ones around here, enough to kill you within minutes.
Yeah. So this morning when we were doing filming of the creatures,
Snow snakes.
I was barefoot walking in the paddock, so I had to watch where I was standing, walking in the field. In the field?
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Anything else? Anybody else?
Did I miss any questions? You've been watching text, hey?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I missed questions or not.
Southern said, we get chickens, snakes. My husband has to take care of them. Don't like any snakes.
Yeah, if you got chickens, you're bound to get snakes because with chickens you got your food, and then with food comes mice and rats.
Are pythons native in Australia? Hey, Simply Sandy.
Yeah, Shannon, we get some really big ones here that they call carpet snakes. They can grow massive. There's some cases of carpet snakes or big pythons
there is.
Getting that round and 20 foot long, and the olive pythons too, they can get that big. The biggest one I've caught here has been about 9 foot. It was a 9 foot python and it had a chicken in its belly. It had got into the landlord's chicken pen, and the landlord's kid called out actually because he went to feed their chickens and there was a big snake in the pen and one of their chickens missing and a big lump in its belly. If it was just curled up in the back, it would have just stayed there and eaten all the chickens. So I had to pull that out, and it was about 9 foot. I held it up in one hand towards the tail, towards the end of it, and it went all the way down to the ground and then come up another couple of foot and was still looking around at everyone. It was a big fella.
Did you get my message, Sandy? I sent you a message through the Simple Joys Facebook page, just letting you know that your parcel is on its way.
Woohoo! Hi, Simply Sandy's here. Welcome in.
Simply Sandy was our one of our winners for our
500 sub giveaway.
500 sub giveaway.
We sent away a package with one of our cups. Have you still got the cup?
No, the boy took it into
one of our Simple Joys cups anyway, some of our merchandise. And a little jar of Vegemite and some key rings with koalas and kangaroos and stuff on them.
What USB?
Sorry?
What port does it?
The first one, I think. First or second, you'll find
Can
out.
you shut that door, please, mate? Yeah.
One night there was a baby snake on the porch, size of a worm, and Southern started screaming snake, and her husband came out with a gun and started
With a gun? Bit of overkill.
Oh, there was that woman, because Grant used to do that. Reminded me, sorry. There was a woman. Grant does a little bit of relocating of snakes, and this woman contacted Grant and asked about removing a snake for her. So we went. He got all his gear together because he's got his long hooky thing, and he's got another little bit that he's
snake catching stuff.
And he took it all the way up to her place. There you go. Off you go.
She said it's up the back towards where the dog is, and she was really scared of snakes, you could tell. And she had like a closed-in kennel, and I went up there and I moved things around real careful because she said it was black, and normally around here that means red-bellied blacks, which are venomous. And I was looking around, and then I saw this real little thing, only about 3 inches long. And I was really weary because it was really dim light and I couldn't see properly, and she'd said there was a snake there. So I moved everything real careful, and then I got a close look at it, and it was a cable tie. I don't know if you call them that there, the like little zippy ties, little cable tie that you just turn into itself to tie up leads, and we use them under the bonnet around the garage and that sort of thing. And that's all it was, this tiny little plastic cable tie laying in the dirt. I picked it up and I raced towards her and said, "Look out, here it is." And she jumped back and said, "What is it? What sort?" I said, "A cable tie." She said, "Oh, don't tell my husband. He thinks I'm an idiot." Yeah, because her husband wasn't home at the time. He works away on weekends, but I know him. And she said, "Yeah, don't tell him, please." So a little 3-inch bit of plastic. I put all my gear on, my boots, my jeans, my snake catching stuff, took the bin up there, all for that.
Yeah. Big says there was a snake called the southwestern snake. It's red like an earthworm and was in between a couple of bags of potting soil outside. She thought it was a worm. It wasn't. A week later, a man came into the vet's office asking what he had in a plastic bag. They had to put it under a microscope to see its tongue. Wow.
We get legless lizards here, they're called, and they look a little bit like a little snake. When you're digging in the garden, you find them a bit because they just get under like the leaf litter. And they're like a tiny snake, except if you look really close, you see they've still got feet. They haven't actually got legs. They've got tiny little feet on the side of them.
Yeah.
But you have to look really close to see it. Otherwise, they look like a giant worm or a tiny snake.
Many people mistake them for a snake. Yes. He was worried that it would bite his dog, and it was a bug eater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most snakes are pretty cool, eh? Was it Shannon asked if we get native pythons? We do get heaps of different pythons. You get children eye, what they call children eye pythons too, or childrenia. They're the little ones. They only grow about 2 foot long at the most, and they're real pretty little things. A lot of people who keep snakes as pets have them because they're real easy to handle. So we get them. We get olive pythons, brown pythons, big scrub pythons, carpet snakes, all that sort of thing. There's some beautiful ones. They're really nice snakes.
Yeah.
And generally, the bigger they are, the less likely they are to bite you, because they don't want to waste their energy on something that they can't eat.
No, but also the venomous ones too. The smaller they are, the more venom they have because they can't control.
Yeah, they don't control their venom as much.
Black death snake. That's in Arizona. Yeah.
Get that real dry heat in Arizona, eh?
Well, they're hopefully predicting.
And rattlesnakes in Arizona.
Hmm.
I saw rattlesnakes for the first time at Australia Zoo. Was that about 6 weeks ago?
Longer, probably about nearly.
We put a video up anyway when we went to Australia Zoo.
3.
That was a really nice video
12
too.
weeks
Turned out well. But they had rattlesnakes there, and that's the first time I've seen them up close. They looked really nice too, like that just shed. They had beautiful pattern on their back.
Yeah. Well, we hopefully going back to the zoo on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending. They're predicting rain. I'm hoping that we get some rain. We do. Grant got bitten by a scorpion.
Yeah, I've been bitten. And I was really surprised how much it knocked me around.
We were living on different property, but same area, and he was building the kids a cubby house, and we'd never really heard anything about them, had we?
They wanted a bit of a tree house, a cubby up in the trees.
Yeah.
So I started making them just a little one. I never really knew much about them. I didn't even know we had that many. But I saw it after it bit me, and it was only tiny. I was going to say it fit in a 5-cent coin, but you guys wouldn't even know that size.
I was trying to see whether I had a 5-cent coin on the desk.
It probably would have fit inside my thumbnail on this side, not that side. On that
Your
side.
pinky. It was probably the size of his pinky, my pinky.
Your pinky nail.
Yeah, it was only tiny.
Yeah, it was only a real tiny thing. It might have been a bit bigger than that.
No, it was tiny.
It
It
was
was tiny. It was so tiny. It was about as big as my little pinky nail.
But I didn't realise until afterwards we looked it up. Apparently, the smaller they are, the more likely they are to be venomous and make you sick. Yeah. Apparently, it's the big ones aren't much of a worry.
He'd come in and he started feeling sick, and he was like hallucinating. And so I rang the hospital, and they just said, just keep an eye on him. He won't die from it. Because they just give a little bit of a sting.
Yeah, they got a weird toxin. It felt stronger than a bee sting, and then just made me feel weird. So that was interesting. But yeah, such a tiny little thing. I was really surprised how much it affected me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got black lights here, Bigsy, because Collette collects uranium glass.
Yeah.
And that stuff glows a really nice green under the black lights.
Again, I think it's in one of our videos too.
Yeah. Rattlers are in the mountains more so around here. Yeah, they're not really that venomous though, are they? I mean, they make a big deal out of them on the old westerns and the movies and stuff. But I don't think they even make the top 10, do they? Top 10 venomous, the rattlesnakes?
They probably do over there. Not in the world.
I mean worldwide.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Like they're venomous though. You wouldn't want to get bitten by one.
How are you today, Wayne? You doing well? .6 I googled. I'm not sure what you're googling.
Fahrenheit.
Oh, Fahrenheit.
What temperatures were we talking about?
I'm not sure. What do I do with glass? I collect it. I have a glass collection.
Keeps it in a cabinet.
I collect uranium glass. That's the glass that glows, or I collect the heavier glass or Murano.
So she's got bowls and bottles and figurines and that type of stuff.
Southern's allergic to bees. That's how she found out that she was pregnant with her eldest. She got stung by a bee in the eye. Ow!
In the eye?
And had to go to the doctor, and he came in and told me I was pregnant.
Imagine getting stung in the eye. Big puffy eye.
Hey, Michelle, just playing. Okay, pissy means something different here. Pissy means here either you're drunk or you're angry.
I'm very pissy today. Or you just pissed yourself.
I'm allergic to bees also, And one day, we were doing something underneath the house, and I had walked underneath a tree, and I don't know what you call them, but we call them green ants here, and they have a poison.
I probably haven't got them there.
They have a poison, and they bite you, and that stings.
Venom.
Yeah.
What have they got?
A venom. They have venom. Terrible. Anyway, they have a venom, and they it bit me on my head. This green ant bit me on my head, and I could feel its venom going in through my skin and my head, and it laid me out, didn't it? I had to go lie down. It gave me a reaction.
They're terrible, green ants. When they bite you, you can feel their venom travel up your vein, and yeah, if it's on your foot, you feel it going up your leg. The worst is if you get bitten around the groin area, your whole groin gets really sore and a bit puffy.
Yeah. It laid me out. I thought I was having a stroke. I could feel that part of my head go completely numb.
You got really touchy with a lot of things after that bite, didn't you?
I did. That started a whole lot of different allergic reactions to everything. So
I don't know what it did, but something went a little bit out of whack once you got bitten on the head by it.
Yeah. Mad as a hatter. Oh, I hope nothing serious.
What? To mad as a hatter?
Means mad as a hatter. Pissy as mad as a hatter.
Did you say hope nothing too serious to mad as a hatter though?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's mad.
No, that like the hatter in Alice in Wonderland. It means crazy.
Crazy
mad as a hatter, like mad as a cut snake.
Okay. Yeah, well.
Here we say like mad as a cut snake because when a snake gets cut, it just goes stupid, goes all over the place.
Or like a... No.
Mad as a hatter. Hope it's nothing too serious. It's funny.
I never said I was very intelligent.
No. It's just funny.
How long does it take for Oscars to lay eggs? I looked online, but it's not clear. That's from Michelle just playing.
Do you mean how long from when you put them together? Did you read my comment back to you? Sometimes it helps if you give them like half a tank water change, 50%, and then up the temperature a little bit, even if it's just, well, for us it'd be 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. I imagine it'd be probably 3 or 4 Fahrenheit. And that'll help bring them on. Oh, Diesel. Can you smell it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
do you want to let him outside?
I think so.
We need gas masks in here.
Oh, you know it. When your Great Dane farts. Come on, Diesel.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
Say goodbye to everyone.
Southern, ouch. Bye, Diesel.
How'd you go?
Yes, terrible.
Oh, he stinks. He's rotten.
Need to light me candle in here.
He puts me to shame, and that's saying something. Yeah. Have your Oscars always been together, Michelle? Because they sort of got to pick each other too. And I remember you saying you had 3. So if you had 3, there's a chance that when they lay, they're getting eaten.
Mm.
So really, if there's 2 that are paired up, and you'll tell because they hang around each other. If there's 2 that are paired up, you're better off putting the 3rd one separate if you want them to breed. And once you've got the 2 that are paired up, try just making sure they got nice clean water and raise the temperature a little bit so the water's a bit warmer, and that'll increase your chances. And then if you do all that, they should only take a couple of weeks for them to lay some eggs. And then after that, you just got to wait for them to fertilize, and they'll sit over them and watch them hatch, and then it'll just be another few weeks again.
Oh no. He brought himself a Harley and his son wrecked it, is why he's mad as a hatter.
Uh-oh.
Ow.
See, I thought mad as a hatter meant just silly.
Your son's okay though?
Yeah, that's the important thing.
I know it sounds terrible that your Harley got wrecked. You know, see, we've got 3 Oscars in a tank together.
Just up and been doing the mating dance. It's been a month. Just a piece of slate in there for the eggs. Yeah, they need that flat rock for the eggs.
He broke his foot.
Ow, I'll break my foot on a motorbike once. Yeah, it's not much fun. I had metal pins in my foot.
That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's no good at all. Sorry to hear that, Wayne.
You know, Grant's got the 3 Oscars together, but they've never had any eggs either.
No, and Bruce, well, she won't let anyone else with her.
No, we did try. We tried. We had another Oscar, but he was wild caught apparently, and his name was Eugene, and we had him in with Bruce, but they never ever got on.
They've been together since I bought them. Yeah, even if you can't put the 3rd one in a separate tank, you could always just try separating him. If you've got a bit of plastic mesh or even a sheet of glass will do, if you can cordon off a bit of the tank, just to keep him separate for a week, see if that makes any difference to make sure he's not eating the eggs.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, if you've got 3 in together, that might be happening, Michelle.
Yeah, we can relate, little Wayne. Many years ago, we brought a car. We paid cash for it, and it was an imported car, so it was really hard to get insurance on it. The only way we could get insurance on it was through a broker, but we couldn't afford that at the time because we just paid cash for this car.
Yeah, so silly. I didn't look into it and research it properly because I thought it was a Toyota, which it was.
But it wasn't.
But the make it was the Toyota Surf. It was a full import.
And Grant went out for a drive one day, and the windscreen was really dirty. It had dirt and dust on it, and so the sun shining on it, he couldn't see properly.
Yeah, it's at that bad time at sunset.
And he took a corner and wiped out. He had the kids in the car also. He wiped out another car in this car that we didn't have insurance for, and everybody was okay, thankfully. But the car was a total write-off, and that was just like throwing money away. So I wasn't happy at the time, but I was happy that they were okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the most important thing, Wayne. Everything else will work itself out, especially if you've got insurance. So that's cool.
And that was the first time we've ever paid that amount of cash for a car. So
yeah, it was only because I had a payout from me thumb when that happened. Like we fixed up our debts at the time and bought some white goods and some furniture, and then the last of the money I spent on this 4-wheel drive, it was like 10 grand.
Yeah.
$10,000, and then how long did we have it?
Probably 6 months.
And then just it was written off.
Yeah.
Just complete loss.
Yeah. But we learned our lesson after that, because like we were young, and we were still young. We had never had that amount of money ever.
Yeah.
And
looking back, we would have been much better off doing something else with the money.
Yeah. But we learned that after that cars need insurance, and so we end up getting insurance now. Night, Rooster. Have a good sleep. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Enjoyed having you, mate.
Yeah. He has insurance, and he's got his score safe. Yeah. Yep, that's the most important thing. Material items can get replaced.
Yeah. How big's your tank, Michelle, that you got your Oscars in? Because that's the other thing. If they haven't got enough room, if it's only a small tank, they might be reluctant to lay eggs.
Yeah, hit the like button.
Yeah, smash that thumbs up.
You want to.
Go on, feel my thumb.
Blink, blink. It's a 75-gallon.
Well, that's only, what, about 4 foot? 75-gallon might only be a 3 foot.
I'm not sure.
Do you know how wide that is, Michelle? I'm just trying to convert. I'm not used to gallons.
Shannon, come on, you know the rules by now.
God, we reserve a front seat for you and everything, Shannon. You don't even hit the thumbs up.
That's how I should work.
Yeah, I knew someone who used to breed Oscars. She had a breeding pair of Oscars. They were 2 big ones. They were really big Oscars. They were about 12 inches each. Each Oscar was 12 inches long. She had those in like a big 7-foot tank. I don't know, it was huge. It was about 140 gallons. And they'd bred for it continuously. They were always breeding. But I've never actually bred the Oscars myself. I've just kept them in community tanks.
Yeah. And your flower horns and your what are they? Your flower horns and your Thai silk are starting to lay too.
Yeah, everything's been laying lately. All those convict babies, I've got those about 200 albino convict babies. They're doing really well. The Jack Dempsey laid not long ago. The bristlenose all had a big batch of babies.
The electric yellows are holding. Some of them are holding and spat out some of the babies.
Yeah. See, the electric yellows are African cichlers, and they hold their young in their mouth.
They're mouth brooders.
Mouth brooders. Whereas like the Oscars and the other Americans I've got, they'll lay their eggs on a flat rock, where these ones carry them around in their mouth.
Yeah, I'd love a saltwater tank.
We will one day.
The fish shop that we go to, they have and so I'd love one. One day we'll put a little one inside the house.
If we move from here,
yeah,
I think one day down the track when we move from here, we'll put a little saltwater tank inside the house.
Yeah.
At the moment here, I've got all my tanks set up in the shed up the back, the garage, because it's a concrete floor. They're
too heavy on the floor in the house, because this house is a wood floor and it's an old farmhouse, so it's fallen apart.
Yeah. See, all my fresh waters and my Americans, I've done really well with them, and they've all been really tough. I very rarely lose a fish. They've all been really healthy, and I worry that if I go to saltwater, I'd hate to lose it, and especially, pay all that money.
I'd like a jellyfish tank. I really like that jellyfish tank.
That was cool.
Tank.
Last time we went to they had tiny little jellyfish. They were tiny little things.
Yeah.
In a little circle tank that lit up. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. One day I'll do a you're living in Queensland, should be reasonably pricing there. Yeah, or see, we're only renting too, so.
No, she means saltwater.
Oh, okay. Yeah. One day I'll do a tour of the house. I'll have to make sure that I've done my housework, and I'll do a tour to show you the bones of the house.
A lot of the walls. You see, termites went through this house a bit before we moved in.
It's Michelle going. Night, Michelle.
Good night, Michelle. Thanks for coming.
It's been fun having you in. Can you eat them, Grant, or are they pets? They're pets.
Pets?
They're all pets. We don't eat any of our animals.
You would get a feed out of some of them. They're getting pretty big.
We've actually thought about buying...
I think you can say we thought about eating them.
No, we've actually thought about buying a calf. But we wouldn't... I don't think we'd be able to eat one either, hey? Not after growing it up. Because if you have to bottle feed them, then you get attached to them.
Yeah, well, they reckon the old thing on a farm is never name the animals. Once you've named them, it's too hard to eat them.
Yeah. Southern lives in an old building with concrete walls. Yeah.
Yeah, this is an old timber place, but like I said, termites went through it before we moved in, and a lot of the walls are weak, and some of the frames around the doors are falling apart, and bits of the ceiling are starting to
the ceiling is starting to sag. That's like come summer, because we've got a ceiling fan in the lounge room, and where the ceiling fan sits, okay, there's a ceiling fan. The ceiling is starting to get eaten out of, so you can see you know what termites look like, the runs of the termites on the ceiling, and it looks very paper thin. I don't know how that's going to go. He stayed up late last night waiting for you to go live. He got excited when his bell rang.
You can ring my bell.
Well, see,
ring my bell.
Last night, because we're going to go live last night for us.
Yeah, we thought about it, but we ended up going to this barbecue.
We got invited to a barbecue with Grant's mum and his auntie.
And when I come home, I just laid down and crashed out.
Collette's a mummy in you. You wish you were my mum and dad, Grant.
Thanks, Wayne.
Yeah. I thought Wayne was our age. How old are you, Wayne? Sorry? I thought Wayne was our age.
No, a bit younger. Ringing the bell.
Yeah, so in a few years' time, we want to eventually move out and probably on some property again, but out of this house. So we try and come
We haven't really got a set routine for live streams.
It's really hard to get a set routine with Grant, because I don't know whether
up and down.
Yeah, Grant's got bipolar and a few mental disabilities. So it's really hard.
Disabilities?
Well, they are.
Issues. Disorders.
So it's really hard to get a set
disabilities
schedule.
A bit too serious.
Schedule for him, because if he's down, I don't really want to come on live stream, and if he's up like he's up now, it's really good. So it's just luck of the draw.
I
He's 48.
Yeah, my mum's pretty good, Wayne, but my dad was shocking.
Oh, it's okay. Biggs, it's all right. Like, I don't expect you to be here all the time.
We don't even need moderators. Biggsy, it was just a present for winning the trivia.
Yeah.
We don't get trolls, and if we do, Collette beats them really quick.
Yeah. As you can see, we've been on for a few, nearly 2 hours now, and there hasn't been a troll in. So it's all good.
Thanks, so. But yeah, it was just a novelty to light your name up for trivia, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, Grant's dad wasn't a very nice person either.
Nah, he's a bit psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of stories there.
Shannon will be 48 in February.
Cool.
You'll be 40.
Heading towards the half a century, Shannon.
You'll be 45 in February.
Yep.
So he's slowly catching now.
Anything left on your list, love?
Only many songs. If you want to sing another.
Yeah,
song.
Biggsy, if you hit the bell that lets you know notifications, that'll at least tell you when we're on. But what we've been trying to do is like 2 live streams a week, usually around this time too. Nighttime for America, and it's afternoon for us.
Yeah, afternoon works because, well, the kids are on school holidays at the moment, so we normally try and live stream when they're at school, but they're on holidays.
We nearly always watch Shoot the Shit live stream, and then after that, if we're going to live stream, we'll do it after them.
Well done, Shannon. Centipede, your centipede joke or story or whatever it was.
Oh, it's a lot. I've got to try and remember it now. Okay, there's a...
Look, I got it written down there, Shannon. Centipede.
Okay, there's a big football game with the animals. There's, all the animals have decided to have this football game as a big playoff to see who the best is. And they got just all sorts of animals in there. The big rhinos on one team, the elephants on another team. They just give me a second to get my head around this joke. After all of the joke, I don't know if it'll end up being worth it. Okay, so the football game's going, and through the first quarter, they're playing away, and the African animals are slaughtering the other side. The other side's made up of like cats and dogs and mice and rats. And then on the other side, you've got the elephant and the rhino. And as soon as the rhino gets the ball, he just charges through them. Okay? Charges through and gets the touchdown at the other end, goes back, and this just keeps happening over and over. The rhino keeps scoring like there's nothing else. And they go the first quarter and they're getting absolutely slaughtered. And then it's the same through the second quarter, right up to half time. This rhino's just scoring all the points. And then half time comes and they're having a break. And the rhino's just high-fiving his elephant friend and his lion, and they're all getting into it. You know, there's no way they're ever going to beat us now. We're miles in front. And over it with the dogs and the cats and the mice and the rats, they're saying, we're just getting flogged here. There's no way we're ever going to win. And they noticed a little centipede over on the bench. And they said, you're going to join us in this next half? And he said, yeah. He said, oh, I'm a really good football player. And they all start laughing. There's no way you're a good football player. He said, yeah, I'm really good. So the second half comes, and sure enough, the elephant passes it to the rhino, and the rhino takes off up the field. And he's 20 yards away from the touchdown line, got it in sight, starting to crash through everyone, and all of a sudden there's nothing in front of him, and just bang, down he goes. Ground. And everyone's looking around. Oh, did he trip over himself? What happened there? So they all start again. The ruck happens, and they pass the ball straight to the rhino again. He gets to the 10-yard line, bang, straight over he goes. And they all race over, and there's the centipede at the feet of the rhino. He's tackled him again. And they're going, you tackling him? And the little centipede stands up and goes, yeah, I told you I was good at football. And they said, well, where the hell were you through the first half when we needed you? And he said, I was putting my shoes on. There you go. I don't know whether it's much of a joke, but it's a clean one. I don't know whether I told it as good as you're supposed to do it.
No, you did really well.
I'm not into American football either, but the whole gist of the story was it took him the whole first half to put all his shoes on.
Good centipede story.
Well, you got to admit, centipede jokes are pretty hard to come by. Now, a termite joke too. A termite walks in and says, where's the bartender?
You stuffed that up.
No, that's it. I was going to say walks into the pub, but I don't think they call it a pub there. He walks into the bar and says, where's the bartender? Yeah, I'm probably better at singing than telling jokes.
You've probably got another joke in there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure I've got lots of jokes tucked away, but remembering them's another thing.
Mm-hmm. Hello, what's up?
Hello, Faron.
My You finished? Did you watch a movie?
What'd you watch?
Secret Life of Pets.
Ah.
We watched Wonder Woman the other night for the first time.
Content.
And we watched the new Pirates of the Caribbean. I absolutely like that. The kids went and saw it at the movies, and they said they didn't really like it. And we watched it the other night, and we liked it, didn't we?
I really liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was okay. Yeah, but
We've watched all the pirate movies,
Yeah.
We like them.
I was already halfway through that movie from the other day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and what else?
Did you end up getting your coffee?
Yeah, I drank it.
Oh.
Yeah. And we watched, we've got a few more to watch. Oceans, what's that one? Oceans Rising.
Mum's dinner thing.
Yeah, I'm not real sure on that one. You got the Baywatch to watch too.
Collette, let's do a contest on your channel to give a baby canary away to someone.
That's no good if somebody over here wins.
Baby canary.
Why don't you advertise it? You've got if you have a Facebook or anything, just advertise it on your Facebook. You get a couple of dollars for it.
Canary would be no good for us. It'd die with diesel in the room farting.
It wouldn't last the
They used to send canary down the mines.
Yeah.
And there
It
wasn't
looks like
enough
you got
oxygen.
wall paint on underneath your eyes.
Yeah, what's
See
that
that?
from?
It's from
Oh,
the
it's just a reflection.
reflection out the window.
But it's
You
on the
weren't-
screen, not my cheeks, is it? Or is it actually on my face?
It's on your face. Oh, what is it good for?
Okay. Whoa. Huh. What it any good for? Huh. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, the kids and I did more designs this morning for shirts. It was really good. Interesting. I love doing that.
You know, I want to download a game on your
Yeah, for our next
Can you not
giveaways,
fish out?
our last giveaways for the 500, when we hit 500 subs, we gave away those packages with the coffee cups and Vegemite and everything. But the weight of them, it worked out really expensive to post to America. Each package we sent was like nearly $35, just under $33 just on postage.
It's been lovely meeting you, Biggs. It's been
Yeah, it really has,
fantastic.
Bigsy. Thank you. See if you can win a wrench again next time.
I can keep it on for a little bit longer. Keep it on for a week.
Get a week till the next live stream.
The next trivia night, someone might steal it off you.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Trivia can play for the wrench.
Yep. How's that sound?
Study up on your useless facts if you want to keep the wrench, Bigsy.
Shannon says, "You're shining, you dirty boy."
Ooh. I nearly forgot. Shannon likes me being a dirty boy. No, I'm not being a dirty boy
No.
today.
He's been a good boy.
I've been a very good boy all day.
He has. Peekaboo.
You said you'd only live stream for an hour.
I know. It's been a good night. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
Ooh.
night. It's day here.
Hey, here she is. Where's your late note, Ashery? You better have a note from the doctor.
It was
Really nice to meet you, Bigsy. Thank you, and we'll catch you next time, eh?
an Aussie
Check me
pocket
out,
knife.
Grant.
You can order them off Amazon. That's Wayne. Everything's cheaper on Amazon. Yep, there's a third person.
that's our
our
youngest.
youngest.
Our youngest son is just off to the side of Collette.
Yeah, he's beside me here.
There he is.
That's our baby.
I don't like that.
Don't like that. I still get called the baby. I'm the youngest out of my brothers and sisters, and Mum still calls me her baby.
It's 1:42 a.m. for Southern. It's nearly 5 p.m. here.
Oh, was Bleach doing live stream as well, was he?
Hello, kid. What's up? Says Ashuri. Ashuri.
You have to say, hello, Ashley.
Hello, Ashley.
That reflection's coming straight through the
Yeah, it is.
window. I like to slip down in my chair. That's better.
No, because you send the screen blue then.
Yeah, he's a good-looking young rooster, isn't he?
Unlike you.
Oh, a bit like that, is it?
Yeah.
Off you go.
See ya. No, Diesel. You're waiting to come back in, were you? Hey? You big sookie boy? You big sookie boy?
What's your drink?
I'll be back in a sec.
Yep. Gotta love kids. They're always trying to test ya. Yeah, he's our little youngest. He keeps us on our toes. No thanks.
Don't want a drink?
No. Keeps us on our toes. He's different to all the others too because he's really got a really competitive streak. So he's always trying to compete against the other kids too.
Against everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, that sun's just hit that spot in the window at the moment. It's coming right through on my face.
You can only do what you can do, Shannon. Like, I don't claim to be a perfect parent. You're always learning. And they're all different. Every single child is different. You mix them with different personalities all the time.
Other people I know, when certain people in my life I compare myself to, I think we've done pretty good as parents. But, I mean, you can always do better. There's things we could have done better along the way. But
yeah. Everybody in the township absolutely love our kids, which is really good. So that's a good thing. Like, if you get compliments from people in the town about your kids, it means that you're doing something right.
We do get a lot of good compliments on them.
Yeah.
And that makes us feel really good. You always feel good when you get good compliments back about how well behaved your kids are.
Yeah.
It means they've learnt respect somewhere along the way, even if they don't always show it at home, and you start to wonder.
They're good kids. I think our kids are good kids compared to some other kids that we know.
Oh, it's hardly worth sitting down. I need another drink.
His youngest is 400 pounds and 6'4". That's
holy
tall.
dooly.
That's huge.
6'4". Our eldest is about 6'2", 6'3",
yeah, he's
but
6'3".
he's skinny.
He's string bean. What does Dad call him? Big streak of pelican shit. My dad calls our eldest.
Big streak of pelican shit.
Yeah, but as a
he
parent,
says it in a loving way.
Yeah, as a parent, Shannon, you're always second guessing. It's what you do. Like, you're always having to second guess yourself.
Yeah.
And as I said, they're all different. They're all different.
Yeah, it's amazing how different they are.
Yeah.
Although the oldest and the second youngest, and the second oldest and the youngest, they're sort of alike in a lot of ways. So the two eldest, Gus and Griff, are very similar to the two youngest in a lot of ways.
Yes.
But still so different.
Different. That's like our second youngest, not this the youngest that was here. Our second youngest, he's got learning difficulties and that sort of thing, so it makes it a little bit harder.
I'm going to drop that blind.
Don't wipe everything out. Everything will go.
Diesel made his way back in. Didn't you, Diesel?
I've got it all.
There we go.
There we go. It'll be probably need to be dropped down a little bit more.
You reckon?
Yeah, because the height of the sun's going down. Which way are we facing? What's that over there? Trick question. We're facing west. So the sun's setting in the west.
Okay, time for another one. Anyone want another beer?
Yeah, and you would understand too. You're always second guessing yourself, whether you've made the right decisions or how's this going to affect them this way. I know, Wayne. That's yeah.
You can come in again. Hey, Diesel boy. Diesel. Come here. Come here. Hello, mate. Hello. Hello, baby.
Hello.
How's my darling?
Good. You smell like beer.
Beer. Yeah, not very often I have a few beers.
He can read the screen now. As Wayne says, he has good boys. They haven't buried anyone alive in a week. And Southern says it's a challenge. Her eldest and youngest are alike in a lot of ways, but the middle is a total different being.
Yeah, I was really different.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's beautiful. I had this one sitting in the freezer, and it's at just below freezing.
Yeah, well, Faron, the youngest, he's always trying to argue with the older boys too, because he thinks he's smarter than them.
I've had to apologise a lot over the years, Southern Mama, because how I am too. When I'm a bit worked up and I get emotional and stuff, I say things I shouldn't. And so a lot of the times over the years, as soon as I settle down a bit and look at it logically, I'd go and apologise to them and talk about it.
Yeah.
Which is something I never ever heard as a kid. I never heard adults apologising to kids. Yeah, you just took it, and they would never admit to being wrong. So I have at least done that when I have been wrong.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to use the backyard for, Wayne?
To practice throwing a boomerang.
It'd be getting on late there for you now too, Shannon, wouldn't it? You need to bury some bodies. We don't bury bodies here.
That's Southern Mama saying her oldest is always pushing the buttons.
I said it before.
Our youngest is good at that.
Yeah,
he knows how to push buttons.
That's what I was saying earlier. That Faron knows how to push buttons.
Yeah.
We don't bury bodies here. I shouldn't say it. It's an old...
Someone who really knows how to get rid of bodies owns a few pigs.
And we are joking.
There's only a couple of things that go through a pig that aren't completely digested, and that's fingernails and teeth.
That's from a movie, though.
So they have to be ground up.
What movie is that from?
I think it's been in a couple of movies, but I think Two Smoking Barrels or something like that, and also one of the follow-ups to Silence of the Lambs, The Red Dragon.
Well, the first one. It's 153 there.
Cheers, big ears.
Yeah, I knew it was from a movie.
And caddy. Lots of trunk space. We call trunks boots here.
Big
Yeah.
trunk.
Yeah, we hardly ever use the term trunk, hey? Elephants have trunks, cows have boots.
Or the only time we use the trunk is if you actually got a metal box. You call a metal box a trunk.
Yeah, like a big, oh, not a suitcase, like a big version of a suitcase. The old travelling.
The old
trunks.
army trunks.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's for dinner?
That's the old joke Mum used to say to me when I was a kid. What animal's always ready to travel? An elephant, because it's got its trunk on it. What age, Southern?
Yeah.
Sounds like a young teenager.
No, I think I forget the ages. 3 and 7.
They're giving it to you early.
She's got a young girl too. I think the girl is 4. Yes, I was right, 7. Shannon will stay up all night with us too. You're gonna come and cook our dinner too.
It's easy. I think. Oh, I hope people aren't just getting bored, but you just wouldn't stay if you didn't want to. Because Collette said, "Oh, we'll just hop on for an hour," but it's already probably 2.5 hours or more.
Yeah.
It's just so easy to get chatting with you guys, and we really appreciate you coming in and talking to us, eh?
Every time I had a child, one of our children used to say that to me, "I don't like you," and I used to just turn around and say, "Well, I love you." Anytime he used to say it, "I don't like you," and that it was, I didn't do it if he wasn't getting his own way, and I'd turn around and say, "Well, I love you," but I don't like you, but I love you.
Our second eldest, once he got a bit older, because he's got a sense of humour like me, and I'd say to him, "I love you, mate," and he'd say, "I might learn to love you." Good on you.
And Wayne named his firstborn bird today after you. He
named it
Grant.
Did you call it Grant? Must be a cockatoo. It's probably a canary because it sings so beautifully. I just pulled up some lyrics on the screen next to me. Now, I started singing this song the other day, and Collette said, "That song's really morbid."
That's a terrible song.
When you listen to the lyrics, it is, but I think it's American. You guys would know. It must be because it says Tennessee in it. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to die. Met her on the mountain. There I took her life. Met her on the mountain. Stabbed her with my knife. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to die. This time tomorrow, I reckon where I'll be. Hadn't been for Grayson, I'd have been in Tennessee. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to die.
Yay!
Yay! I always liked that song as a kid. Is that like a folk song in America? Poor bird, yeah, good on you. Hey, maybe it's an emu. That's why you named it after me.
No, he said it was a canary.
Well, he can't fly, but I'm telling you, he can run the pants off a kangaroo. That's an old Australian song.
We do Australian songs then.
Australian songs?
Australian. Where did you write yours down? There you go.
Yeah, I think they might have had that song in music class in school when I was in primary school. Just a young fella, Southern.
Night, Sandy.
Night, Sandy. Thanks for coming over. Keep an eye out for that package too. You'll be getting that in the next few days.
Normally takes 8 to 10 days, so probably Friday.
Hopefully it'll get there by the end of the week. If not, Monday, I reckon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be coming, Simply Sandy. Make sure you let us know when it gets there, eh? Thanks, Shannon. You can always watch the start of it later if you're keen, Shuri. I love tacos. We used to have tacos once a week, every week, eh?
Yeah.
And then we started slowing down a bit on it.
Southern says, I'm like Pam, when he sings you don't hear the accent, but better than Keith Urban.
Never really got into Keith Urban much.
I liked his last album. I did like his last album.
He plays good guitar. Don't know whether I've ever really liked any of the songs he's put out though, the singing.
I did. I have.
He's a good bloke though. His parents used to run a dump closer to Brisbane, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
I think so. A dump is like a junkyard sort of thing, just where people dump their rubbish. Hey, that's pretty good having the lyrics on the screen there, eh? Mm-hmm. That feels a lot more comfortable.
We'll pull up something else.
Pull up something else, love.
That we can sing together. You think of a song that we can sing together.
Something
that I know.
Summer Nights.
Oh, that's really hard to sing without the...
Okay. Think of something else. You tell me, because I'll give anything a go.
Southern's more into the older stuff.
Working on a railroad. Don't get hit by a train. 16 tons. That's not the railway song, is it?
I know. I'm having a vertigo moment.
Do you think of a song for us both to sing while I look up this one, doll? Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood, skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Well, I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the straw boss said, well, bless my soul, you load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. That's an oldie. Mm-hmm. Just when you said railroad, that reminded me of that old song. I haven't heard that one in years. Ugh. Oh, I missed a verse. I was born one morning, it was drizzle and rain. Fighting in trouble is my middle name.
You let him back in behind us.
Yeah. Woohoo! Oh, you just make me feel all important.
So you've done your
got one for us? Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that one.
Oh, you do run and bear with me.
I can't see from here without my eyes. Hang on. I still can't see from here.
I'll swap seats.
It's all right. We know a song all the way through.
Which one?
I can just sing along with you. If you pick a song, I'll sing along with you.
Tell
I
me.
don't know. You know one I can sing.
No, I don't.
When does your CD come out, Grant?
As soon as you send me some money for the recording studio, mate.
He has been to a recording studio. He does he has written his own lyrics. So he does do songwriting.
None of them have ever been published. I've never tried selling them because I always had in the back of my head that maybe one day I'd get good enough to sing my own songs, and it never happened.
One of the songs that he did write, he did take it to a recording studio, and the guy just wanted to change it all up on you, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he wasn't real keen on going back. So he has been into a recording studio, but nothing. Oh well, you did that. What was that for Father Brown? But
yeah, when I went through Gamblers Anonymous, which is a 12-step program like Alcoholics Anonymous, but for gambling, because I had a problem with gambling. When I was going through that, I met this guy that was doing a CD all devoted to beating addictions and stuff, and he was doing time in the recording studio, and he got me to come in and do a couple, but he had a lot of people doing a lot of songs, and he ended up having to cut it right back down because his funds run out. So it went from like a 24-song CD down to 4 songs or something. So my song got cut off it, but it was really cool.
I've got that on tape somewhere. I should dig it out one day. On a cassette tape. Oh, we're showing our age. The old cassette tape. Yeah, so
Baby, I really can't tell you what to sing. You've got to tell me.
No, I will just follow.
But what?
Anything. It doesn't matter. It's not
I started
about
doing
me.
sugar earlier. Okay, I'll do that.
It's all right. I'm having a vertigo moment anyway.
Vertigo moment.
A vertigo moment.
Make your own ringtone. Yeah, I should write a little ditty. Hey, write a bit of a song for the Simple Joys, or at least four lines at least.
Have you ever lost in space?
Yeah, the old one. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger. Aliens approaching.
I still watch VHS there. Yeah, you've got boxes and boxes of in the shed of the
I did have heaps of them packed away, but I ended up throwing most of them and just kept one little box. Because even the thrift shops and that now, they sell them for like 50 cents each, the VHS tapes, and hardly anyone's got the video players anymore.
Most people don't know what a cassette tape is. Well, we got we've got some, and when we were younger, Grant and I used to do karaoke together, and we used to record, or we used to
ring up the radio stations and make requests.
We've still got that. Grant used to ring up the radio station and do request songs for me when I was 16, and so we've got them on tape also. We should dig them out one day.
And sometimes I used to ring up the radio station and just put on funny voices and do requests for makeup people.
Yeah.
Just for a laugh.
Yeah. So it did lots of little things.
I can't play PlayStation online.
No.
Most younger people don't know what a cassette tape is.
Well,
I know, we're getting old, eh, Shannon?
Yeah.
I went to a really old guy's place a while back. He fixed a little portable record player for me. And when I went to pick it up, he said, "Oh, come in and I'll show you what I listen to." And he had old reel-to-reels. And I'd never even heard them before. They were before my time, the old reel-to-reels. And they sounded beautiful. They had a better quality than CDs. And I said that, and he said, yeah, that's heaps better quality than CDs. CDs aren't a good quality at all. And we listened to some really old country stuff there. He had old original Hank Williams reel-to-reels, and it was just beautiful.
Lily, Bella. And Bella's cleaning Diesel's jowls.
Well, the little dogs, Diesel lies down and the little dogs get in there and groom him and lick all around his mouth and clean him up.
Yeah, all I could hear was a licking sound. I'm going to have to put dinner on soon. We're going to have lasagna and salad.
Sounds nice.
With some sour cream for dinner.
Sounds real nice. I'm getting hungry now too. All right, I'm going to get Running Bear up.
Slobber time, yeah.
You guys don't mind this, me singing a few songs? What have I done?
Nothing, just hit the, maximize.
I've got to see it first.
Okay. Be cooler if I had my laptops set up here too.
Because you could join in on this one, babe. I reckon.
You know, the youngest doesn't like our lasagna, does he?
Oh, he's fussy though.
Grant has real talent. I like the a cappella.
Yeah, well, we don't know how the copyright stuff works on YouTube either.
You can't.
Because I said to Collette, can we play music? And she said, I'm not sure.
No, you can't play. You can play between 20 and 30 seconds of a song. After that, you can get copyright and strikes and that sort of thing. But you should be fine singing because you're using your own voice.
Yeah. Most things I can sort of hold the tune on reasonably all right, but it's a lot easier and more comfortable with the music.
Yeah. I said to him one day I can set up an earpiece for him to, if he wants the support.
My biggest thing is if I can see it written, I'm right. Even the songs I write myself, my own songs, I can't sing them just off my head. I've got to read them. It's just, I haven't got good retention. The words don't stay in my head, but once I read them, it all comes back to me. Oh, thanks, Southern. Appreciate that. As long as, look, if I'm hurting your ears, just tell me and I won't do it. All right. You going to try and join in with me? How about the music? How's the music go? Boom, 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 boom. Play some Indian music.
I don't know whether I will because...
On the banks stood Running Bear, young Indian brave. On the other side of the river stood his lovely Indian maid, a little white dove was her name, such a lovely sight to see. But their tribes fought with each other, so their love could never be. Running Bear, love little white dove, with a love big as the sky. Running Bear, love little white dove, with a love that couldn't die. He couldn't swim the raging river, 'cause the river was too wide. He couldn't reach a little white dove waiting on the other side. In the moonlight, he could see her blowing kisses across the waves. In the moonlight, his heart beat faster, waiting there for her brave. Running Bear, love little white dove, with a love that couldn't die. Running Bear, love little white dove, with a love big as the sky.
Yay!
That's an old fun one. At all the weddings and parties and stuff, the DJ used to play that, and we'd all get in a conga line. Everyone would dance around the whole reception and in and out the tables, and everyone would be on the conga doing the little kick.
And some mother says you don't need music. Yes. Well, he picked out 3, and he asked me which of the 3, and I picked that one for him.
I was thinking, because my hat determines my mood sometimes, I was thinking maybe I should wear a different hat every live stream.
It's like I just try and decide whether I wear glasses or not. Glasses or no glasses? But I can't read with them on anyway, so that's why I don't use them.
I've got glasses here too. I wear them sometimes, but I don't like how if I wear them, they get the glare of them. Because I'll normally wear these if I'm on the computer reading. But for the live stream, the light just reflects straight off them.
Yeah, I can't read with them on anyway. They're for distance.
Yeah, she is, I think.
Yeah, but I can't read with them on, so I need
She's got really beautiful blue eyes too. Get closer to the camera.
No, my eyes are a bit funny. My mum's got
her mum's got like sky blue.
Wolf eyes. They're blue. Really blue.
Colette's mum's eyes are like icy blue, really light blue.
And Gus has got icy blue eyes too.
Yeah, Gus has got beautiful blue eyes.
But your eyes are greenish blue.
Greeny blue. Mine used to change. Growing up, sometimes they'd be green and sometimes they'd be blue. They used to sort of go back and forward. Now they're sort of greeny blue and they stay that way. Try all you want, Shannon. I'm not going to be a dirty boy.
Bug your eyes for us, Collette. I can't. My eyes are a bit... I get this thing that is a bit vertigo-ish. My eyes go a bit...
Vertigo-ish?
My eyes go a bit funny.
It's a Russian word, vertigo-ish.
And they feel like they're going like this all the time.
Yeah, we don't know. We're trying to find out what it is. Last probably 6 weeks or so, Colette's had problems with blood pressure and getting a bit dizzy, and we've been back and forwards with doctor's appointments.
You know that feeling you get when someone's pushed you really, really fast on a swing? That's what it's like inside my head. It feels like I've been spun around really, really fast.
Shit, Brown, eh? That sounds lovely.
So sometimes it makes it that little bit harder to do things. Yeah, well, that's what Grant's are, similar to yours, Southern. His are like a hazily green, but they can change. Yeah,
I thought hazel was brown.
Well, no, they can be a touch green too. They're greenish.
I've got sensitive eyes.
And depending on his mood, they'll go blue or... That's all right, Shannon. It is what it is.
She's a worry, Shannon.
I'm going to go down to my family doctor, because normally I've just been going to the local doctors here, and they're not as thorough. So
that's no good, Ashery.
So I'm going to go to my family doctor and to get him to check me over, because like it's going on 5 years that I've been cancer free, and I just want to have that follow-up checkup to say, yep, it's all good.
Yeah, we're both on blood pressure tablets, Ashery. When we were off them, I was getting headaches all the time, and Collette was getting dizzy spells and headaches at other times because it goes up and down. For Collette, with me, it just goes high. Yeah. That's good if you're on meds now, though. Yeah, I don't know if all these know too. Collette had melanoma, which is a deadly skin cancer, but she got it all cut out and it went really well, and she's like 5 years cancer free now, so we're laughing.
Yeah, you can just feel it in
I
yourself.
think those beers are starting to affect my eyes.
Feel
My
it
eyes are
in
going
your-
all glassy.
Feel it in yourself when it does feel like vertigo. I think I googled too, and it's you can get BVP or something, VPV or something. It's to do with positional vertigo. And
Was that the name of an old Alfred Hitchcock movie? Vertigo? I'm sure it was.
yeah, you can feel it in yourself.
Yeah, that's way too high, Ashery.
I'm not going to worry about it, but it does need to be checked because I can feel it when I'm driving too. So I don't try and worry about it.
Still going.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so.
Do you want to stick the lasagna in for me, please?
Yeah.
You have to peel the plastic
Yeah,
film
I
off.
cook.
Hey, come here first. Is your eyes really blue or are they a darkish blue today? I don't know. I was gonna
Look into the camera.
Look into
the mirror.
Look very close into the camera. Get to the camera.
I
Up a bit.
guess light blue, maybe.
Yeah, that's his eyes are like my mum's eyes.
No, your mum's a lighter.
Close.
Your mum's haven't got the ring around the outside.
We call Fisher's eyes are like has stole your soul. Fisher's eyes are like sunflowers. I call his eyes like sunflowers because they've got
Sunflowers.
they've got you yellowish and then they've got the really dark brown around the iris, the pupil.
He's so cute. I used to be that cute once, 20 years ago.
Well, looking back at old photos, Gus is a version of you.
Yeah, Gus is a lot like me at that
Yeah.
age, except I had long hair.
He's in disguise, that one, Ashuri. Faron. He's cute. Yeah.
Gus, Faron, he's the devil in disguise.
Mhm.
You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. Devil in disguise. I'll break out some Elvis for you guys.
Yeah.
Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice? Say it's very nice and then you run. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? Well, I used to kiss your sister.
Do you have insomnia, Shannon? Because it would be gone. And you too, Southern.
Everyone in here.
Everybody in here.
Have you all got insomnia? Surely you're not staying up just because we're on. Shit brown. That's a common colour, that shit brown. There's a bit of that going around, eh, Shannon?
Southern's green and
Yeah.
her kids' eyes are blue. So brown eyes aren't dominant always.
My brother and sister have dark, almost black hair, olive or darkish skin, and green and like dark green
Dark
and
green
brown eyes. I was the fair one,
You're the odd one.
Yeah.
You're the baker's son.
the mailman's son. I was always told I was the mailman's son.
Shannon suffers from insomnia.
Yeah. You on meds or anything, Shannon? Just about any disorder you care to mention I've suffered from at some stage or another.
Southern's off till Wednesday, so this is her me time.
Woohoo! Don't you love me time? My me time's on the toilet.
There was a puppy dog's barking.
Diesel probably barked. We block it out now. We don't even notice it half the time. Unless they're all going, if all the dogs are going and the peacock's going outside, because the peacock lets off a call if there's someone here too. If they're all making a noise, then we know someone's here. But if it's just one or two, they're just being stupid.
Hey!
That's the landlord feeding the animals is what that'd be, because it's mainly Bella.
How close is Diesel? You're not going to run him over if you
No.
push that door shut?
No.
Oh, I'm an early bird. I go to bed about 8:30 every night, but I don't go to sleep until about 10:30, but then I'm up at 6 in the morning. So I have good sleep.
Yeah, no, our kids are getting older now, Southern Mama. They're past that point. If they come into the bathroom now, they get too embarrassed and they want to get out as soon as they've come in.
Footsteps head towards the bathroom and you go, oh, me dear. No.
Hey, look, there's my tabby.
Yeah, dirt or something on it.
Yeah, well, I was crawling around under the house. I'm trying to set up fencing up the side of the house and along the. As soon as we put up the fencing up the side of the house, he just went under the house and come around underneath it and come out the front. So what turned out to be a little job ended up being a big job.
So did Shannon say that he's on medication? No, he's not on medication.
You love your toilet time. That's right. It's when no one's going to interrupt you, hey? Because they're not going the way I stink up the place.
Do you tend
and a bath? I love a bath. Oh man, I love a hot bath. That's one of my few very, very big alone time pleasures. Is just a really hot bath.
You one of our places didn't have a bath, and he went and found a bath and built it onto the back veranda and stuck it up on bricks and everything, and then used
I can't stand it. I get depressed if there's no bath.
Used blankets as a wall.
I built my own
It was really nice.
Put little candles in there, made it pretty. But it's just cheap as just making things out of what we got. But even here, the bath upstairs, it's a tiny bath. It's ridiculous to expect me to fit into a bath like that. So I went and got a big old cast iron bath out of a horse paddock, hit it with the gurney or the high pressure hose, cleaned it up a bit and set it up on Besser blocks or cinder blocks in the outside laundry.
Yeah, well, that's what we got here.
Yeah. Of them old cast iron baths, they're a real bath.
Yeah. I don't like it. It's too deep for me to get into and get out.
She reckons
I can't touch the end of the bath. And I hate not being able to touch the end of the bath because you can't sit in there without sliding under the water. I'd drown in there.
Reminds me, my nana, my old grandma, used to have a really old bath under the house when I was a kid. If we ever went there around bath time, if I had a bath there, which wasn't very often, but it seemed so big as a kid. The big old cast iron bath seemed massive, and now it's just right, just what I love.
We have a little bath up in the house. It's not little, but it's smaller than the average bath.
Average little bath.
And I like that one better because I can actually, my feet can touch the end of the bath.
If I hop in that bath, though, I've got my feet up the wall, my arm hanging over the side, my belly's sticking out.
Oh, I'm only short.
Yeah, but it's just like I lay in that bath and all that's getting wet is me back.
Yeah, I'm 5'1", I think, something like that.
Me, I don't use bubbles. I just love really hot bath.
He's putted again.
Oh, Diesel.
You can't move either. He's brushed up against you.
I'm not really big on bubbles as a bubble bath, but I do like to have my crystals. I like my crystals around the bath. Got little crystal rocks. And the water is so hot, like it takes you ages to even lower yourself into it. It's that hot, and if you pull your leg out after it's been in there, it's bright red. So it's just below the point of burning you.
Yeah. Well, it washes off it eases your muscles. It soaks off the day.
Yeah, well, that's not bubbles. Sometimes I put Epsom salts in it. We've got a really a big ass bag of Epsom salts.
Yeah, they're all short too. They're like me. Grant's 5 foot.
I don't feel tall.
9.
I don't think I'm tall. But I'm probably the tallest in my family out of my brothers and sisters and mum and dad.
Yeah.
What, 5'10" maybe?
No, you're 5'9", I think.
Something like that. Yeah, my feet ache heaps too, Ashuri. When I was working too, I was either working in factories or labouring. It was all hard work, and I used to love me Epsom salt bath.
Yeah, my mum was probably about 5'1" when she was about my age, but she'd be lucky to be 5 now. Should be about that, because
yeah, same as my mum. She's shrinking,
and she's getting the hunch in her back, so she's really over. Shannon's mum and dad are both short too. He's 5'2".
I'm 5'2", Shannon.
They call it fun size.
Fun size?
We're fun size.
Pocket size. A little pocket rocket.
How tall are you, Ashuri?
Yeah, my brother had a friend, 20, so I was still at home. And when his friend come around, his friend was like 7 foot tall. And he used to have to duck to get in the doorways and watch his head on ceiling fans.
Wow. Southern's brother's 6'8". Is he a basketballer?
That's a big boy.
5'4".
Yeah. Just a tad bigger than toy poodle size.
Oh, I wonder if the kids have eaten all them. Leave your arm, please.
Oh, you bought.
I did.
Caramello
I bet you
koalas.
they've eaten them all.
I'll have one.
I totally forgot about it, so I reckon.
I'll have a caramello koala.
I'll let them out too. Come on, out, Jesus.
Caramello, they call me Mellow Yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. Oh, those beers feel good now. A few beers under my belt. Yeah, my old straw hat. Just a string bean, or as Colette's dad would say, a long streak of pelican shit. Any left?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just said he just found them, so I'm lucky I found them. Yeah.
Collette bought some caramello koalas.
It'll be shut now.
Do you just get Freddo frogs over there? They might just be an Australian thing.
Yeah.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
Shh. You'll wake the baby. Shh.
Caramello koala.
They call me Caramello.
They call me Caramello.
Koala. I brought you one there, yeah.
Oh. Woohoo! Caramello koala.
It's a chocolate koala.
They're little chocolate bears and they're filled with caramel.
Night Twister.
Night Twister. Thanks for joining us on the live stream.
No, I was kidding about a baby.
No, she's just being silly because I'm starting to get loud because I've had a few beers, so she reckons, shh, you wake the baby. Yeah, these little koalas, they're chocolate and inside, all in their belly and their head, is full of real gooey, runny caramel.
I don't know whether you can see it.
Look, I'm past my tape, my guideline.
Mm.
See his little caramel coming out of his neck where I bit his head off.
He's licking his screen.
Yeah, you're right, Ashery. I should have a drink of water, actually. That's why you get hangovers, dehydration.
Now, after the youngest was born, I had my tubes tied, so I can't have any more. Because I had a cesarean, so while they were there, they tied my tubes.
Oh, that was lovely.
Look, if our dietitian will smack us.
I don't care. She's got to catch me first. What chocolate?
Show us the proof.
Oh, that was too good.
Nah, no more. We had 6 pregnancies and only 4 successful ones.
It looks like I'm carrying one, Ashery. My pot belly looks like I'm about 7-8 months pregnant. Cousins and friends and that haven't seen me in ages reckon when they see me how far I've got to go before the baby.
Wait.
Stop that. Stop it. You ate a pair of what?
Well, it's been 11 years and nothing yet southern, so I think I'm pretty good.
And I keep trying.
And hopefully I'm going through menopause soon too, so.
Yeah, get some sleep, Shannon.
Yeah, night, Shannon.
We'll be wrapping it up soon, mate. We've got to have dinner soon.
And all
Thanks.
all the night stuff. Thanks
heaps for staying up late with us. Out you go, Bella.
As always, it's always a pleasure having you here, Shannon.
They call me Mellow Yellow.
Yeah.
Bye. Thanks, Shannon. Cheers, mate. Oh, thanks, Ashery.
Night, Wayne.
Bye.
Hey, Shirley.
Hey, Shirley. Welcome in. Revolving door. Doing tag team with a couple. Couple just leaving and you come in, Shirley. It's been a really long live stream today. We don't normally go this long, but it's just been really, really nice chatting with everyone.
Very pleasant.
Sunday afternoon here for us. It's starting to get a bit late actually. It's 5:30 Sunday afternoon. We've just been kicking back, having a couple of drinks and having a chat with everyone. It's been awesome.
The last person I knew, her youngest was 19. She thought she was going through the change and surprise.
Imagine having a baby then.
Wow.
Yeah, as much as I love babies, and I really do love babies, I really loved having our kids. But yeah, babies now, I don't know whether I could keep up.
And like the difference from having, because like we had the first two, the eldest ones when we were younger, so I was 21, and then the second one came along 3 years after, so I was about 24. And then there was a break, about 5-year gap, and then I had my next one at 30, and then the last one at 33, not 32. I might have been 31, 32, something like that. And like when you're young, you're like, oh, baby, baby, baby. But by the time you're 30, it's like, oh, you're not as, you know how it goes. Hey, the difference.
Yeah, I think we can have a bit of a break now and wait for grandkids.
Yeah.
I really look forward to getting a granddaughter though, because we only had 4 sons, never had a daughter. So I'll get to spoil a granddaughter if we get one.
And the good thing about them is you can hand them back. And they're cracking up. Here, go home.
Yeah. I want to keep them for a few days though.
Yeah.
I never minded nappies so much either. Some guys are really bad with nappies, so they can't stomach it. But
Well, you missed us so much that you had to come back. We're going to be going soon. We got to do dinner and baths and
I think
all the mum and dad stuff.
I might let you do that while I go and sort something else out.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's one song I can sing.
I might have to feed the fish.
They have 5 altogether. 2 from his first marriage and 3 together.
Cool.
They're late. Shit, the shit is live now.
Who said that? Really? Wow.
Breaking news, breaking news.
Must be breaking news.
Well, okay, we might wrap this up, hey? I've got to do dinner anyway.
Yeah, and I'll go and see shit and see if they're all right, seeing as how they weren't on today.
Rest up, Cheryl.
I'm in pain. Oh, Cheryl, get well soon, eh? Make sure you take it easy. Rest and put your feet up. Get sleep when you can and don't go doing too much just yet. I can't believe how long we've been on live stream. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been really, really nice.
Night, Shirley.
Night, Shirley.
No worries, Ashuri. We average out about 2 live streams a week.
Yeah. We've been trying to aim for like putting 2 videos up, then a live stream. 2 videos and a live stream.
Yeah.
And so it works out that we put like 3 or 4 videos up a week and 2 live streams.
Yeah.
That's the rough plan, but it just sort of depends what's happening.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wayne.
Are you going to head over there, Southern?
Yeah, we'll pop over to the porch and see what's going on. Thank you very much, everyone who's come in.
It's been fantastic having you all here, and I actually loved the layout of the list. I think the list helps a lot.
There we go. Now we've got a list every time.
Yeah, got to work to my list.
That's all right. Because I can stray off a list pretty quick and easy.
Night, everyone.
Good night, all. Thanks again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.